And we're live. Greetings, friends. Happy Friday. How are you? How is everyone? We have a new light, so I think you can see us better. That helps. How's your week? Happy Friday.
Some pretty bad things, I'm afraid, man. Murphy Brood got it.
Appreciate you being here.
How did you manage to?
We're going to do the Chapter 6
Thank you.
live cutscene commentary tonight. Chapter 6 is the longest chapter, technically, with over 2 hours of cutscenes, almost 3. 2 hours and 48 minutes, so we're going to be here a while. It will be our, historically and technically, our longest live stream so
Leave
far.
me alone. You just leave me alone.
Hope you had a good week. I had a good week. I was very busy working on this, and we finally got the full game cutscene video up. It took almost 18 hours to upload it. It's I think 111 gigs. It was a huge file. It's still processing as we speak. But it's going to be 11 hours long, which is amazing to think about. That's 3 movies, or an entire season of TV. It's one of the reasons why this game is such a masterpiece. I mean, think about it, 11 hours of cutscenes, and I've got it all in one video, in black and white, so you can watch it in the background, or just have it on. Just listen to it. But it's basically the Lord of the Rings extended edition. It's crazy. At any rate, I'm glad you're here. There's poor Molly.
Okay.
Always liked her red hair. Always had a soft spot for that Irish accent, and redheads, of course. Dutch, fully engaged in his paranoia, listening to Micah, searching for enemies. Arthur is not looking good, regrettably. So yeah, I worked on getting the full game cutscene video up. That took a long time. Levi Elijah says, "Hello, everyone. Greetings, Levi. Happy Friday." And I worked on, drumroll please, the horse show video, the call to horses. I'll get that up next week, so don't worry about it. Red2 says hi. Greetings, Red2. Welcome. Can you hear Sadie? She's chewing on a bony bone under the desk, and we have a new light. And I also worked on a moose video. I'm going to call it something like the super guide to all things moose in Red Dead Redemption 2. Or either that or how to spawn a perfect 3-star moose at Cattail Pond in Red Dead Redemption 2. Probably the how. Hows work better for the algorithm. Dreaming of the good honor buck. At any rate, I was thinking of just using the raw footage for a live stream, just to walk you through it. Everyone has difficulty finding moose, and they're not that difficult to spawn. I have a couple tricks. So yeah, I worked on that today, just because I missed Red Dead Redemption 2. I've been spending so much time in Red Dead Redemption 1. That's what I did for the rest of the week. Just chewing through missions. We're back home, doing cowboy missions with Jack and Uncle and Abigail. The diagnosis happens in Chapter 6. First playthrough, again, I didn't know what was happening, and I was worried about the horse. Levi, Elijah says, I changed my name, then changed it back. But messed up, Elijah.
Are you okay, mister?
No worries, Levi. I knew it was you.
Mister, you don't look so good. Let's get you to a doctor.
Spoiler alert, that's Gavin's friend. It's not. I just made that up.
Come on, it's not far. Just down the street here.
Give me a minute. Give me a minute.
Wouldn't it be funny if that was Gavin?
I'll be fine.
When Arthur met Gavin in chapter 6. That would make a great clickbaity video that I'll never make. That I should make.
Nearly there, just around this corner. Now you head in there, friend. Go on.
At any rate, yeah, I think we are at about 67% on Red Dead Redemption. And you know it's happening. I'll finish it for the channel.
Can I help you?
Levi Elijah says, but it might be another Red Dead mystery. Yes, indeed. There are so many mysteries in this game.
Come in, pal. Come in.
And David wanted me to take a closer look at this receptionist. I suppose we should come back. When we are in
I need some help.
And so it seems.
when we are in better
Doctor,
shape.
mister, to you.
I've said it before, I hate chapter 6. It's an emotional drain for me, but it is
Friend, I
pound
don't
for
need
pound
nothing,
has the best
got money?
missions.
I mean, before I
The
start
most
treating you,
challenging,
'cause
the
I got a
most
family.
fun, the most exciting.
Here, that dear.
Sure. Thank you. Now, what's wrong?
Ironically, they're all
What
with
appear to be the symptoms?
with Sadie
I think
breaking
it
into
hurts.
Sisika,
Cough.
raiding
Is there any blood?
Sometimes.
Hanging Dog
Okay,
Ranch.
now here. Breathe. Again.
Levi says, I always thought it was Gavin. Perhaps it is. It is a Red Dead
Let me see
mystery.
your tongue. Say ah.
What is it?
It's not good news.
I guess that.
You got tuberculosis. Really sorry for you, son. It's a hell of a thing.
What you mean?
You're real sick. It's a progressive disease. You'll be. Now, the best thing is rest. Getting
I didn't take
somewhere
this diagnosis
warm and
seriously
dry,
first
taking it
playthrough
easy.
because
Is that
I
possible?
just assumed we'd make it to New Austin, which
Just
would be
take
great
my
for the
winters in
lungs.
my country
And,
club in California.
you know, much like Tombstone with Doc Holliday, who was suffering from the same malady, the desert air is great
Like I said,
for
I'm real
relieving
sorry.
the symptoms of TB.
Yeah, but wait. Let me get you a little bit more energy today.
So that's what I thought would happen. Leroy, greetings, friend. Appreciate you being here, Leroy. Happy Friday. Can you hear Sadie? She's under the desk, chewing on her bony bone.
We can't change what's done. We can only move on.
And another encounter with the Good Honor Buck. Good Honor Buck incoming. It's a long live stream tonight, Leroy. We have over 2 hours and 48 minutes of cutscenes in Chapter 6. Also, the full game cutscene black and white video will be up later this weekend. It's 11 hours long.
He was good.
It will certainly be the longest video on the channel, on this channel, and it's certainly a super video. You guys can just play it in the background while you're gaming, or just have it on for your entertainment. but it's, you know, it's as long as the 3 extended editions of Lord of the Rings. It's ridiculous. Leroy says Bonnie has recently found her love for marrow bones. She isn't chewing on it right now as she is asleep. Yeah, happy dog is a sleepy dog.
Any problems coming in? Guess they know now we ain't in the
Sadie's
city.
got that gunslinger swagger. Note,
Yeah, they've had
she
patrols
dual
on
wields
ever
now.
Since you boys disappeared. Well, at least you're alive.
For now, yeah.
What happened in?
Guama?
Yeah.
Nothing nice.
What happened to Dutch?
I like Sadie's
Seems-
arc. You know, note in chapter 2, Arthur says it'll get better, and it doesn't necessarily get better for Sadie. She turns into a hard,
Slow decline, I
dangerous, bitter,
What do you mean?
guess. I ain't quite sure.
vengeance-fueled
What happened here?
parody
I
of
started
herself.
gathering people up as best I
She
could
basically
after you
becomes
boys
Arthur.
left. And John,
Arthur.
you know that part.
I do.
And Jose.
Mike, just Mike with a Y, says hello everyone.
Mr. Bullard.
Greetings, friend.
Adler.
Hello, Mike.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
This is my
There's
friend I told
Bob,
you
and here's
about, Mr.
Arturo.
Morgan.
Yes, Arturo Bullard. At your service, sir. At your service.
Arthur Morgan.
Well, it's a
Really
nice,
wish we
fresh
could take
day
Mrs.
for
Adler up
flying,
there
sir.
too. I know we get to
Day
rescue
like
her
today,
later.
and Icarus
She
will be
technically
across
does
the
get
sea.
to
You're
ride in the
from
hot air
sir.
balloon with us.
It's quite
But you know,
quite
1899,
Now,
women and their vapors.
these on. Hop in.
Leroy says, greetings, Mike.
Ain't she coming?
Well, women can't fly, sir. Are you insane?
They can't.
Oh, no, sir. It does terrible damage to them, to their vapors. Thought everyone knew about that. Why, a delicate flower like Mrs. Adler?
It's also interesting that that Sadie doesn't want to
I told you
get in the hot air balloon. I mean, who wouldn't?
Are you sure about this?
Certain, sir. Quite certain. Mrs., let us away. Wish us luck.
This is one of my favorite missions, just this part, flying.
And hope for the
I mean,
best.
it's just so thrilling. Especially first playthrough when I realized we could leave the ground and just, and how much fun it was to be up in the air.
Right.
It was fascinating to me,
Vapors of our own.
this cutscene.
We're in the clear
Just,
now,
it's
Mr.
lovely.
Bullard.
Leroy says, currently I'm on the Horseman Apocalypse mission. Poor Kieran, wish we'd gotten to see more of him.
I must say, the specifics of
You know
this
who
job
also
not
wishes he
strike
gotten to
me
see
at
more
all
of him is
sufficient.
Bill Williamson.
It's done now.
What's that about?
There's Annesburg.
Sure.
Good Lord, is that Mrs. Adler
Where?
being chased?
Yes. Try and get us near.
Will there be more trouble, sir?
I expect so.
And we had Bolty with a scope. Good old Bolty and explosive rounds. Miko Herptile, shout out to the Philippines, says, hello Super Antonio and howdy fellers. Greetings Miko, happy Friday or Saturday for you as you live in the future. Currently rescuing Sadie, doing the Chapter 6 cutscene live commentary. Chapter 6 is almost 3 hours long as far as cutscenes go. So we're going to be here for a while. Settle in.
You're too hot.
Leroy says, Bill sure does know how to invite Kieran to a drink. He's quite charming, I'll say. He's quite the charmer, I'll say. Yes, Bill is charming in his own way. I mean, it worked in the army, perhaps. Thing about Bill, though, I mean, is, you know, especially in 1899, I'm sure he felt really isolated and confused. See,
We have a real habit of seeing you.
Arthur and Sadie get their romantic hot air balloon ride. And they end up rolling in the mud. Not a bad first date.
Damn it, look! There's more of them on the other side. They must have followed
Actually,
us.
technically, going to the roads is their first date. This is their second date. Third date is Hanging Dog Ranch.
I only left you an hour ago. You can't stay out of trouble for one goddamn hour.
No, third date is
That poor
Sissika.
bastard killed for his troubles. I kind of liked him.
They got Combe, the government. They got Combe O'Driscoll. They're gonna hang him in Saint Denis.
Hang it.
I've always loved that
He's
teal
been tried
scarf,
twice for murder
teal
and felt
kerchief
guilty.
that
Sure, no doubt
Sadie
he'll
has.
escape again.
No, he won't, because we're gonna make sure.
It's like her
they
one
try-
touch of, or one like touch or acknowledgement of her femininity.
I wanna see him
It
swing.
matches their eyes.
Dutch, he wouldn't even help us with Marston. And our situation's really messed up right now.
But everything else is all business. I don't even think she's wearing any jewelry.
Closely followed by Marston.
You saw him?
Yes, Fields.
Okay. Then we go rescue him.
Odog is here. Fourth date is watching Colm swing.
But from the fields?
Yes, indeed, Odog. Arthur sure knows how to treat a lady.
Sure, but not behind
Odog, how are you, friend? Leroy says, I did genuinely like Sadie's outfit. Simple and really suited for her. Yes, I agree.
Bust him from his work detail.
Yes.
Except during the epilogue, I don't love that duster. I mean, it's classic. It's a classic, iconic look, but
Good.
I do
Kids
like
too,
her
is all we'll need. I'll get us a
with
boat.
the yellow shirt, and I like her with this
Sneak
teal
in,
kerchief.
Get him out of there. Meet me at
Odog,
the-
how are you? How are you, friend? Happy
Thank you,
Friday.
Arthur.
We're going to be here for a while.
I heard that.
Hope you can last as long as you last.
There's Strauss.
How was your week? And what's for dinner?
About how I look.
Okay. Are you perhaps available for some work?
Debtors?
Yes.
I guess.
Your commitment to your duties is admirable. You know, Mr. Morgan, you are... Well, I'm sorry for you. No, never mind. I
Odog
didn't-
says, been busy, had my hands full
Ain't dead
the
yet.
last live
Oh,
stream.
of course not. That's what I was
Hope it's
saying.
calmed down for you, Odog. Appreciate you being here as always. Oh, tomorrow night,
Well,
we are going to be
there's a
watching
deserter
Terminator
who
Salvation
into
with
his
Christian
purse.
Bale from
They're looking for him
2009.
out on the road near Three Sisters. Man's name is J. John
For two
Wells.
reasons. One, I
Then
wanted to
there's
try a
mining
movie from
over
this
in Anniston.
century,
He's called
see how that affects views.
He's called
Two, I love the Terminator franchise. And three,
London.
I can talk about Terminators for 2 hours quite
One of the
easily.
boys do
I
this.
try.
It's not the greatest Terminator movie.
Bigger.
It's very, the plot is very confused and skips around, but we'll have fun. Odog says, beef stew, not much of it left. It's 17 degrees here soon. Wow. Well, that beef stew will keep you warm.
J. John Weathers.
They call me Snow Goose now.
And I will get the Call to Horses horse show video out next week. I worked on it.
The bills.
I finally started working on it. Also working on a moose video
This ain't the best time for anyone.
for all things moose in Red Dead Redemption 2. Odog says, I may have my hands full then too. Ha 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 ha. I know what you're talking about, Odog,
You can take him just
and I salute you, sir.
any way you can help me. I stay
Well
out
done
here.
and
There won't be
Godspeed.
anyone to pay you.
I ain't here to
However, you embarrassed Sadie, who moved to the couch,
We're all of us up against it.
There's men.
and then came back because she heard her name.
I ain't a deserter,
Say hi to
just an
Odog.
objector.
Say hi to
It
Odog.
ain't right.
She's technically a mod,
Away
you know.
and running.
See, look at the camera and say hi to Odog. There, see?
I
Say, on Fridays we free roam.
clear off, sir.
Shit. Well, seeing as I'm here, I'll do what I can.
Sadie gets very confused by these live streams because she assumes I'm talking to her. But I'm not looking at her. And I'm not ordering her to do anything.
It's all right, my darling. You can come out.
Odog says, there she is. Odog says, hi back. Because you're a good girl. She gave me a hip check. I was on the couch, and she was very excited that I'd returned home, and she Well,
the
it's
silver potion for the dead.
there's a nerve under the jaw right here. It's called the vagus nerve, and it's a knockout button. Boxers know about. So you can hit here, you can hit here, you can hit here,
You know, there ain't enough darkness in
and
this world, that's for sure.
you'll just fall like a sack of potatoes. And she did like a little spin around on my lap, and hip checked me right there, bam. And it was good that I was sitting down because she rung my bell.
But you're too late.
She
Arthur's dead.
she didn't knock me out, but I saw stars.
Man's
She's a
dead.
strong
What's
girl.
wrong with you?
Oh boy, you can't exactly
And she didn't, you know,
beat
she
it
was
out
happy.
of him
She's
now,
happy to see
can
me. She
ya?
didn't mean it. And
You might get something off his widow.
but I haven't been
just
hit like that in a
across the
long
butcher's
time.
street. But I'd hurry. You ain't gonna be the only one a knocking.
You ought to be ashamed of
Hey,
yourself.
I ain't the godforsaken money.
I remember the first time I was sparring and I kicked someone in the jaw, just a sweep kick, hit him in the jaw. They went down like a sack of potatoes, like a puppet with their strings cut, and I got so scared.
I'm sorry for it.
Odak says, "Hope you're not concussed." I may be. I saw stars, Odog. Yeah, I got so scared. I thought I was going to get sued.
For some money, you see. And
But he was fine. He was fine. Walk it off. Top Hat XD says, "Hello, Super Antonio. Greetings, Top Hat. Happy Friday."
Won't you lie down, please?
no.
Arthur gave everything.
Odak says, "A girlfriend got concussed from that same thing." Wow, yeah. Dogs are
And now
strong.
some fellas coming to take the house. There ain't
I was just
nothing
thinking on
left,
our walk,
mister.
we were on our evening walk, she turned around to look at someone following us, and of course it was not a threat at all.
that's cancer.
But it's impossible for anyone to sneak up on you when you have a dog, and I think all women, all single women, should have dogs, as you know, medium to large dogs. The
I just
little
wish you'd
yappy
done it
dogs
before
are
you worked yourself
useless.
into the grave.
Jesus Ariola says, "Salute." My mom says hi. Greetings, Lucia.
But you know,
Welcome.
maybe
Happy
you and that
Friday.
friend that lent him the money could
Um,
do things different.
And happy Friday to you, Jesus.
Threaten him.
Yeah. All women should have dogs. Medium to large.
Really am.
The single dogs are useless. I mean the single or teeny dogs. The teeny yappy dogs. You might as well have a cat. Cats are good for your emotional
How did
well-being,
you get on, Mr.
but
Morton?
dogs will take care of your
Just
physical well-being.
Just get
A
up.
dog and a shotgun if you live alone.
Get up.
And
What is wrong?
you live in the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Turn it off.
What are you doing?
Something I should have done a long time
That's all you
ago.
need.
Get your bag. Is this it?
I don't understand.
I ain't gonna kill you. Though I probably should. You disgust me. And you shame us. If we could be shamed any more than we already are, that should do. Go.
I don't understand.
And here we send
What are you
Hairstrauss on
doing?
his merry way.
And get
Odog says all single women should have one solid male friend who cares enough to look out for them. True, Odog, yes. I agree
They
with
say
that
the
as
sick
well.
delude themselves. I was
You
your
need someone you
friend.
can count on.
You and me, we ain't decent.
And you need to be that someone,
Those folk,
males in the chat, without any expectation of
take that.
funny business. You
Take
just
that.
you need to be a
Get
big
lost.
you need to be a big brother sometimes.
I
Odog
believe-
says, I am of 3 myself and my sister. Yeah. You need, as a man, you need to be able to handle yourself, and and as a woman, you need someone like that. That's basically Arthur's role for Mary.
Sorry. I'm really
And
sorry.
here's Mrs. Downs, who's looking a little worse for wear,
Sorry. Yeah, I heard you.
But, I mean,
following the Amaranth business model, but
country.
not as successful in
Man
1899.
unleashed, that's the thing, and it ain't my fault any more than it's anyone
Man
else.
unleashed? Then unleash goodness. Not just hell's feeble brothers, sir.
But how? I mean, all I know how to do is fight. Guess. I was set free to fight. Where's your son, Mrs. Down?
Where you think? Down the mine. Until he gets sick. Which won't be long, given how hard they work him. See,
Jesus that said, "Thanks, brother," and Jesus thanks you. Thank you, of course. I appreciate you being here. You never need to thank me. I'm happy to be here for you. Me and Sadie are happy to be here for you. Dog, we have a new light. You can see me better. I think we're okay on lights now.
Who's this, your daddy?
My daddy died.
Then on Sunday we'll do the epilogue cutscenes, and then on Monday we'll get back into Red Dead Redemption 2.
You after his mama?
Red Dead Redemption 1. Excuse me.
Stop bullying the boy.
Get out of my business,
We're
mister.
about 67% in or done with Red Dead 1.
Or what?
We lost a horse hunting with Jack. I have no idea what we did.
Kill no one.
1 minute he was
Look at
there.
you, all ragged,
Next minute we
sick
fell
and
off.
weak.
There were wolves
Clear off, you
involved.
goddamn hermit. Clear off! You
But
ain't the
I wasn't
horse son
emotionally
here.
invested in that horse. It's easy enough to call up another one.
Now, who's next? Let the boy go.
Interesting, we
Let him
purchased
go.
a Kentucky Saddler in Red Dead 1, which is one of the fastest horses in the game.
Let's get you out of here.
They're gonna kill me. Now I got no job and they're gonna kill me.
Dog says, yes, lighting is a tad better.
Nice.
Why are you doing this?
I don't know. Listen, take this.
Tad better on your side. We are blasted up with light on my side. I'm getting a tan here.
Good boy. I don't want to see you here again.
Mr. Morgan.
You still here, kid?
Yes. Mama can't leave. Won't leave. I don't know. I said I had the money. She said your money weren't moral. She said it'd be better to die
Mrs.
than
Downs
take
and
it.
her son will head off to
Maybe
California.
she's right. I don't
We'll
know.
see him
I
again
don't
during
know
the
anything about
the
more.
epilogue
Still had no
cutscenes.
Working, you know?
I'm sorry, son. Sorry about all
Hodog
She
says,
ain't
can
been back
see
for a
you
few
well.
hours. She left with some fella down the railway tracks. I did not like the look of him.
Which way you say?
Well, that's good news. I forgot
Around
we
the
had
woods
this light.
towards, Willard's Rest.
And I was cleaning up, doing a little organizing in a closet, and I found it, and I was like, that's convenient.
you
And here's
came.
Penelope.
You came. You finally came.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, you lovely.
Note how
lovely
her
man.
ribbon
Calm
matches
down,
her
yes?
shirt.
Oh, come on, let's go. We
her
ain't got a
blouse.
minute to lose. They killed her. They killed Miss Calhoun.
Little details
All
like
she
that,
wanted
and
was
also
a better
matches her
lot for
eyes.
women, and they
Hodog
killed
says,
her, those
there's
pigs.
got to be something with better
know.
luminous
My
luminescence
cousins probably, or
while not blinding you.
Well, you met
Yeah,
them there, and
you know, there's lots of
not even
photographer
animals,
tricks. It's like you shine the light down and you bounce it off like this big white silvery thing that I would have down here, and then it would actually be a more flattering light for me because it would come up this way. Right now it's coming down this way, but it works for now. I mean, we're doing these live streams on the cheap until they start supporting themselves.
Up to Boston.
Good.
Top Hat says, feels like there's kicking and rumbling in my stomach at the same time due to this food poisoning. I'm sorry to hear that, Top Hat.
Tickets to Saint Denis, please, sir.
There's only one thing you can do is get rid of it. Drink a lot of water, green tea.
I hope all is well.
Not terribly, but good to see you.
Oatmeal, rice, scrambled eggs. That's what I give Sadie when she when she has a tummy and intestinal problems.
Train, get your bags, miss. I got this.
Come here, Yankee.
With pleasure, you goddamn fool.
Hello, future.
All right, all done. That is quite a family you got there, son.
I know. Charming to the last. Then again, my uncle used to keep his own half-brother as a slave. so
Odog says bananas. Yeah, Sadie does love bananas. Odog said avoid eggs. Huh, I didn't know that. Top Hat XD says I might as well grab a green tea. Thanks, Super Antonio. Yeah, green tea here. I always have a green tea at night with these live streams. Though tonight I really should be having a coffee, a full-on coffee, just because we're going for 2 hours and 48 minutes.
Oh, my lord.
It's going to be an epic live stream, the longest on the channel so far. Odog, The full game cutscene video will be up later this week, later this weekend. It's 11 hours long. Bodog says, eat lots of bananas and yogurt to help with tummy issues. And ginger, yes. If you have any ginger, Odog, or Top Hat, throw that into your tea. Ginger is excellent for stomach issues. Wonder if that works on dogs. Should look that. I'm going to look that up right now. Ginger. I can put ginger okay and
Best you go on alone
Google
from
will
here.
autofill. All forms of ginger are safe for dogs, including fresh, powdered, and even ginger juice.
And I didn't kill any of us.
That's good to know.
Killed some of your relatives. They would have killed all of us.
Odog says bananas are great and apple cinnamon oatmeal or cornflakes. Add ginger and cinnamon will be great for tummy aches. Yeah, I used to make a ginger apple spinach smoothie. I used to live off smoothies. I loved them. Kind of got out of the habit.
I couldn't take it. No. Let's get you off to Boston before any more of your
But I'm
relatives
a
show up.
big fan of smoothies.
Hey, you there? Yeah. This couple is heading up north.
Top Hat
Boston,
says,
like,
thanks,
pay you
Odog.
money, they'll pay you
Yeah.
on arrival.
Odog knows. Odog has
Get on in.
the info.
Hey, you carry protection on a journey like this?
Wouldn't be much of a stage driver if I didn't.
Sadie fell asleep.
It was everywhere I do.
She's
Hey!
bored with
Miss
the epilogue.
Braithwaite's gonna hold on to this until arrival.
She knows all the action happens in chapter 2.
On account of the treasure on your person.
I don't know how to thank you.
You're a fine man, sir.
Just get out of here. I'll leave.
I like cinnamon okay. I mean, I won't pass up a cinnamon roll, but it's not what I would consider my spice of choice.
All right there?
And here's the widow.
Oh, it's okay, ma'am. I don't mean you no harm.
Well, it makes no difference now.
She's always a mess. I really
If an
wish she
outlaw or
was
wild animal
a
doesn't give
little
me
more cleaned
starvation,
up. She took the time to do her hair. Kinda.
We came out here from the city in search of a different life.
Top Hat says, just eating a banana helping a little bit. Yeah. You know, just having something in the stomach that's
All this
that
squandering
settles
and
it.
indulgence, we wanted to strip it away to find something.
Drinking a ton of
authentic.
water would help. Water with maybe 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar if you have that around.
Is there a
I'll hit the
train
spot. If
station
you don't,
in town I
slice a
can take
lemon.
you to?
No, I can't give up now. He wouldn't want
Just
that.
to change the acidity of your water. That'll
I'm
help
gonna
with
do this for
digestion,
you.
help with stomach issues.
I'll leave you to it. Is there anything left for you to eat?
We're a long way from just giving a lady a ride home.
No, we didn't know the first.
Now we got to teach her how to hunt, even though she's going to use her new skills to run back to Chicago.
If you need any poisonous berries, though, I'm a natural at finding those.
Oh, speaking of Chicago, I've been watching a fascinating TV series
You ain't gonna
called
last much longer out
it's
here.
by Dick
No
Wolf,
matter, huh?
who did Law and Order. He
Come on.
produced and
I'll show you.
and it's actually 3 interconnecting series. It's Chicago Fire,
Right.
Chicago PD, and Chicago
Not trying any
Med.
funny business.
And so
Yeah,
and
I
it's
do
kind of like there was a
I
series
still
in the
don't
90s
understand
called
it.
First Watch that followed like paramedics and cops from a precinct in New York, but they're doing the same thing in Chicago, but with 3 different TV series.
Thank you.
And they all commingle and go
That's
on
the
top of
first
each
time
other.
anyone's done
And
anything
it's
nice for us
so much fun. I love
me.
it.
since we
Fascinated
got
by
here.
it.
Nature provides, but she sure don't always make it easy.
That she doesn't.
It's on Amazon.
let
I
you
think
in,
this
but
series went from
I'm
like
on my feet, if you'll forgive me.
2009 to like
Please do
you know,
call
to
again
2020 or
sometime,
something. Went on for like
Rest and
at least a decade.
hopefully I'll be a new woman.
You take care, man.
I spent so much time in hospitals with my mom and dad that now I like hospital TV shows, hospital dramas. And also, but of the three, I prefer Chicago Fire. You know, it's like Chicago PD. It's just how many gang members and drug deals do we need to like take care of? And that, but you know, Chicago Fire, firemen are just heroes. That's all they do is save people. So all they do is like there's different scenarios where they've got to like save people and figure it out. At any rate, Abigail, you're not coming, and we are off to Sisika. Note that Arthur does the rowing, and Sadie does the navigation, I guess.
Alright, here goes nothing. How many times, Marston?
Odog says, "You're welcome." That's to you, Top Hat.
Okay, bring us over. We good? Come on, Arthur. Let's keep moving.
Where is he? You see him?
No. You, Mister.
I love how Sadie says, "You, Mister."
He ain't working today. Put the gun down, lady.
Trying to drop on Mrs. Adler. We have a volcanic. Odog says, "Eat them for a few days."
Now. Where's John Marston?
He ain't in the work detail.
I think I'll get Sadie some bananas next time I'm at the store.
Jameson! Is Jameson in?
He's in Saint Denis. They got Milliken.
Got him and gonna kill him. Unless you bring me John Marston. Right now. You got 1 minute. I'm counting. 1, 2.
This is what I mean about challenging but fun missions.
Milliken, is it?
Yes,
Just
sir.
get endless waves of targets.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. From 1 or 4?
Oh,
sir?
very funny.
Odog says, "Ginger is important, especially if it's really bad."
12.
Yeah, pick up some ginger. And pick up some ginger tea for next time.
Now hurry up. Well, this poor fool's gonna get his brains shot.
But, you know,
out.
any
Number 1.
green tea, you just like steep it with a chunk of ginger in there. That'll help as well.
Hurry up and bring that asshole out here, you bastards! Come on!
Don't cry, buddy.
I don't want to die.
Yeah, I know. Hey. John, love you too.
And here comes Marston.
Now, no funny business. Well, Mr. Milliken here will stop crying once and for all. Okay, today's your lucky day.
Sadie really should have the long gun out. I don't know why we've got...
What are you doing? Let's go.
At any rate, we made it back to the boat. Also, if you want to explore Sisika, you can leave them waiting at the boat. Do not do this cutscene. Take care of all the guards, and you can explore Sisika to your heart's content. And John and Mrs. Adler will wait for you.
You just relax and enjoy yourself, John. Leave the real word to them.
Bodog says, or make your own tea with ginger, lemon, cinnamon, and sweeten with only honey. That sounds delicious. I'd eat that right now. Bodog says it's really good. Yeah, I love honey.
Trussed up like a prize chicken.
No doubt.
Hurry up. They're gonna be on our tails soon enough if you boys keep wasting time.
That's us told them.
Hey, Arthur.
From Dutch's perspective, he wanted to leave. He felt John was safe in prison, and he wanted to leave him there
Yes, not.
because it would attract too much attention to let him out. But I think that's because he was listening to Micah. Odog says, add turmeric if you have sinus issues. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Turmeric, I believe, is an Indian spice.
You brought him back to me.
We told you we would.
John! What are you doing here?
Good to see you too.
Note, we saved John in chapter 1, and we save him again in chapter 6. Symmetry. I love symmetry. Odog agrees with that line of thought. What with what Dutch was thinking? Yeah.
Yes. And when Spring and John brings the law down.
So he sees this as a betrayal on Arthur's part because he didn't wait for Dutch's go-ahead, and he did it without his permission. Also, he used Sadie, so automatically Mrs. Adler is part of the Arthur camp and cannot be trusted. Odog says it was the wrong line of thought, though they were hanging him sooner than later. Yes, I agree, Odog. I think he was listening to Micah, and Micah's just trying to eliminate everyone who was a rival to his power. Serena, greetings, friend. Serena says, hi, Antonio. I made it. Sorry I haven't been in premieres. It's been too hot. Not feeling well. My family, too. Serena says, hi, everyone. Everyone says hi to Serena. Greetings, friend. I'm sorry you're feeling bad. Don't worry. These chats are always here. This channel is always here. Always happy to have you, friend. Tomorrow we are watching a Terminator movie, Terminator Salvation, with Christian Bale as John Connor. And I know you like Christian Bale.
Arthur?
Well, I don't know. I assume you do. Most girls like Christian Bale.
Right. I was miles away, thinking of, I don't know.
Dutch said to tell you he and Mike have gone to Annisburg.
And we're not finished with the cutscene the cutscenes. I'm going to make a video every Sadie cutscene in Red Dead Redemption 2 and every Micah cutscene. Top Pat XD says, hello, friend. I'm not feeling well either. LOL. Serena says, I don't get this why Dutch is against getting John out of jail. But we have to get Micah out of jail. Yeah. Yes, Serena, that's an excellent point. Odog and I were discussing it earlier. I think it's because Dutch felt it would gain too much attention on the gang. And also he thought John would be safe in prison, for at least for a while. But I think Dutch was listening to Micah. That was actually Micah's reasoning. Micah was probably focused on trying to get Dutch to get the cash back from Blackwater. Serena says, hi, Top Hat, and Odog has a hand clap for Serena, and Serena says, hi, Odog. Hey, did you two get together online in Red Dead Online or GTA Online? I hope you did. Odog says, overall, it's a huge rockstar plot hole. Well, you got 11 hours of cutscenes. It's like a 60-hour game. Things are going to get lost.
What else are there? Obadiah Hinton, that's me.
Odog, Serena says, that's no good, Top Hat. Hope you get better.
Friendship and love. We're not a rich village, sir, but with love, rich. We thank you.
Okay.
Odog says, also they know who Marston is. Why wasn't he locked up while buying property? Top Hat says, got food poisoning, Serena, sadly.
Who's there?
Yeah, Top Hat, flush it out with water. Drink a lot of water.
Poison in this mine.
Like 2 liters. Serena says, no, not yet. Hopefully tonight, if Odog is on.
I shall. But first, you have to mark your signs on this paper. It's a powerful message.
Serena says, tomorrow is good to be very hot. I won't be playing. Well, if you're here at 2, we shall be having movie night, and you can watch Terminator Salvation.
What kind of trick you pulling now?
Oh, you're back. We thought the curse had got you.
No, but he nearly did. Don't you go.
ODOG says, still awaiting invite.
Down there
Serena, I'll be
dig
free
and I
again
found
Monday,
this.
maybe
Leaking
Sunday.
all the way into the lake. You've been poisoned.
No, we were warned not to heed what you
That's
say.
right.
Well, let
Serena
him
says
tell
to Top Hat, oh,
What's
no,
this?
that is not good. Hugs to you.
you. Nothing? Oh, you won't mind taking a drink?
Hey!
Sadie moved back to the couch.
You've killed me. I'm poisoned.
Poison now, is it?
Oh, the dig. All they found was arsenic and lead. I dug down into the cave system and spread. I was meant to get you all to go.
Now you heard it.
It's taken me.
Oh, dear.
Serena says, I can be on a bit for ODOG if you're, I can be on tonight for a bit, ODOG, if you are on. There you go, ODOG. You guys can go now. Just leave the chat. I mean, leave the chat open so you can listen to me. ODOG says, just shoot the invite. I'm free at the moment. I'll take it. If not, I'm either asleep or not home, but always send invite if you want a little company.
Just go. It's our curse. It's ours to deal with. Now the medicine man lifts some money. They just take it.
Yeah, ODOG, I'm eager to see you in one of Serena's videos. That'll be fun.
Was you followed? No. Was you followed? I said no.
Okay.
Here's dumb Micah and old Black Lung.
Your problem, partner.
Serena says, okay, ODOG, how do I invite you on the game or PS4?
Nothing wrong with me. I'm fit as a fiddle.
And I inside you ain't.
I think you can do that through your friend thing in your system.
Oh, does he? On what evidence?
He's only back a minute. Pinkerton show up.
We've been on the run since you two fools went crazy in Blackwater. We barely escaped with our lives in Saint Denis. Now we got a rat.
Well, Molly clearly talked, but who else?
ODOG says, both. I should be on tonight. Can't now.
Maybe time for folks like us is past.
Serena says, I should be on tonight.
We got
Can't now.
sloppier than the town drunk.
It's like 2 p.m.
Where we
or 2:49 p.m.
Way I see it, best thing we can
in
do
Australia
is
right now.
Go, move on, get our money, and start over.
ODOG says, scroll through your game friend list.
And fast. Otherwise, Cornwall, them Pinkertons, they've got us penned in.
ODOG, are you ODOG on PS4? Or are you like ODOG 575?
Here, shall we, Dutch?
Yeah, it's time to go.
What's
Let's
your
head to the
PS4
river.
name?
Leave Cornwall alone. He ain't. We need money, but revenge now?
Of course it's for money.
Come on, Arthur.
This better not be no stupid revenge mission, Dutch. It ain't worth it.
Don't be ridiculous.
Oh, Arthur, it's just a simple social.
Serena is on PS4 right now, ODOG, so you can walk her through it. And ODOG is ODOG575 on PS4. I like consistency in usernames across the board.
Meeting, Mr. Milton, we are not friends. I have spent a considerable fortune with your agency, and still nothing.
I think in the back of his mind, Dutch had the idea of stealing this boat, but he's always had a resentment towards Leviticus Cornwall. It was fed by his reading of Evelyn Miller, and also, I believe, his jealousy of him. Leviticus Cornwall has everything that Dutch aspired to: legitimacy, power, money. Serena says, I can also invite you in-game to form a posse.
Good day, sir.
Come along, Mr. Ross. We have work to do.
Mr. Didsbury. Mr. Cornwall.
Now listen up, Didsbury. What's all this about strikes? I bought into this mine because of mismanagement. and I intend to make it a success no matter what the cost.
It's the wages.
Folk feels.
Serena says, I uploaded a video. Yes, I saw it in my feed. Sadie and I will watch it tomorrow morning.
Perhaps there is a plague on your house already, Mr. Cornwall. What do you want, sir? I'm not quite sure just yet. Your impudence will be your undoing, sir. I'm undone already. Even my best friend here, he thinks I'm crazy. And like this poor fellow.
He still acknowledges Arthur as his best friend, especially now that Jose is gone. Odog says, I'm online now and in-game. And Serena says, tomorrow I'll be uploading a video of Arthur, ready to upload before it gets too hot. Serena, I'm uploading the full game cutscene video. It's 11 hours long. It's going to be the longest video I've ever uploaded on the channel. It took almost 18 hours to upload, and that's with Ethernet.
I'll do no such thing.
Actually, let's see. Let me check right now to see if it was processing.
Noise, Arthur! Noise! Let's go.
Yeah, it's still processing up to HD. Serena says, I miss Arthur. And Serena, Arthur misses you.
Come on! All right, let's head for the hills, boys.
Serena says, oh, okay, nice. Can't wait, Antonio. Yeah, it's 11 hours long. It's basically the Lord of the Rings Extended Edition trilogy.
Oh, don't play dumb and superior at the same time, Morgan. We all knew.
Micah says, how are you doing? Very well, thank you, Micah. Appreciate you being here. Happy Friday.
It's more attention we don't need. Feels like the whole world's closing in on us.
We are doing the Chapter 6 cutscenes. Serena says, hi, Micah. Tomorrow night we shall be watching Terminator Salvation from 2009 with Christian Bale.
It looks like Mr. Cornwall's company has signed a railroad contract with the Army. And they're also moving dynamite down from... Well,
and what the heck is Micah on? It looked like a piebald Tobiano HH from here. That's not fair.
Oil factory. Maybe there's a way to get them off our back and get the money that we need.
Serena says, the video is about memories in the game. That sounds like a great video, Serena.
And Mike, we need to talk. Figure out some things.
Of course, boss.
Figure out what?
The plan.
Serena says, where's David and everyone? I believe David, if David's not here, he's working. He's a very hard worker.
Let's split up. We'll meet up back at camp.
Yeah. This is crazy.
Micah says, I listened to a lot of music today, more than I normally do. Music feeds the soul, Micah.
I don't know, Reverend.
These are challenging times for all of us.
Yes, very challenging.
You don't seem
I
yourself.
listened to a little Frank Sinatra this morning.
I've always
Just because I was singing Frank Sinatra to Sadie on our walk, on our morning walk.
Of course.
Would you like to swing on a star, carry moonbeams home in a jar, and be better off than you are? Or would you rather be a mule?
The Fiji Islands or this place, New Guinea, dancing girls, freedom. But first,
Swinging on a Star, one of my favorite songs by Sinatra with great life advice.
We need more commotion.
One score and one hole.
Of course, I don't belt out when I'm singing, when I'm on a walk. I'm not crazy. It's more ASMR singing. Would you like to swing on a star, carry music, carry moonbeams home in a jar? Daisy, don't. Daisy, stop. Don't do that. Come back here. What is that? And be better off than you are. Yeah, because she's exploring everything, putting everything in her mouth like a toddler.
Did me a great favor.
just generally having fun, but I usually do sing to her.
How do you do?
Not well, sir.
Serena asks, "What music do you like, Micah?"
Father has confused wisdom with weakness. His people, my people,
Micah is a fan of the Smiths. He is the last of the famous international playboys.
The infantry division posted at Fort Wallace.
Why?
Colonel Favors is a liar and a murderer. His people won't stop until we're all dead. Without horses, we cannot hunt. Without hunting, we will starve.
Micah says, "I listened to Big Mouth Strikes Again several times today."
You've helped me before, and I have money.
Put your money away, son. What do you think, Charles?
You know I told your father I will not fight over some horses.
But I made no such promise.
Serena asks, "Is that a band?"
Yeah, Arthur, we must go with them to try to stop things from getting...
And this is where Dutch gets the idea of manipulating the Native Americans, that he... Well, actually, no.
There's Peta.
Yeah, I'm getting the time frame mixed up again. That he will be so
Like I said, they'll help us.
entrenched in Red Dead 1.
The boat is still moored in the channel.
Micah says, "To answer your question, Serena, I listen to a lot of rock."
All right, let's head out.
Serena says, "My favorite song at the moment is Glitter and Gold by Barnes Courtney." Odog says to Serena, "Press the pause button, scroll over to Friends and press X, highlight my name, and scroll down to send a game invite." Serena says, "Yes, same, Micah. I love rock." Serena, did you get that? It's in the chat.
Boys all right back there?
Yeah, I think so. But there's a huge hole in the boat. Horses are spooked, and we're taking on water.
Boys, get him out of here!
Serena says, "Okay, Odog, I'll do it later."
Well, whatever else is wrong with you, you're quite the best pilot
Yeah,
I've ever
you,
come
David,
across.
and Odog should all get together
Help me return the horses
and make a
to
video.
Well, Arthur needs to rest. I will. I like you, son. And after the
Micah
horses
says,
are
"Do you like the
reclaimed
Ramones?
for
Hey
the
ho,
army, come
let's go."
revenge.
Yeah, I'm sentimental about him.
We ain't. Now let's go check out that
Blitzkrieg
Florida
Bop
there,
was the
Super
first song I learned on
Yes,
guitar,
yes.
but I kind of grew out of him.
And it is one that will suit both of our
They're just a very high school band to me.
Stop worrying. Oh,
Serena says, "Yes, they're not bad."
meet us at Doyle's Tavern in Saint Denis when you can. Shall we go, son?
Certainly.
We'll start some light reconnaissance out at Fort Wallace, and when Combs dealt with, you come meet us there. We'll set up a good spot for you.
I don't know, Dutch.
Yeah, well,
I was thinking of getting a
This is
Ramones
exactly
t-shirt
the
for the live
distraction
streams,
we
but, you know, it's just not...
It was an impossible gamble.
I mean, it's a really cool design, it's iconic, but it's just not what I'm into.
Come along,
Your father would rather you did not do anything.
Serena
so
says,
foolish.
"I don't know what time David would be on." Yeah, he has a very busy work schedule, so, I mean, to get you, all you guys
Yes.
at once would be fun, would be great, but, I don't know when that would happen. That's up to you and him and Odog.
I understand. Thank you, Arthur.
Yeah? What do you want?
Do I look like a coward to you? I mean, obviously.
Serena says, "I played guitar. First song I played was Smoke on the Water,
Can you help?
Deep Purple."
Maybe.
See, even he is sick of hearing your nonsense.
Well done, Serena.
After the thought of a child? I apologize, sir, for his smell. Why don't we come back here? To somewhere more conducive to displays of utter gallantry and deep-seated inadequacy.
Well, what did you have in mind?
Shoot a bottle off my head, like William Tell.
This is getting silly.
Very silly. The man is a moron. Shoot one off mine instead. I'm the brave one. I'm not scared.
I'm a good shot, but...
I won't even flinch.
I don't want to hurt you, boys.
Oh, I can't lose.
Either I'll prove my masculinity or die and be spared his company. Come, sir, please.
Okay, then.
I will say that the stranger missions in Red Dead 2 are so much more immersive and fun and involved than the stranger missions in Red Dead 1. In Red Dead 1, they're quirky and weird and a little bit repetitive.
Of course you didn't. We all know you're hardly sentient at all.
But here, in Red Dead 2, they're fully developed.
What?
Characters and backstory and just an intrigue. Serena says, "Thanks, Antonio. That was long ago. Probably wouldn't know how to play guitar. Yeah, it's a perishable skill unless you have a real talent. Like I can't. I've lost everything that I knew on guitar. If I pick one up now, I don't know what I'd do. Maybe it'd come back to me. Doubtful though. I mean, I can do the basic chords now. I can think, it's like I'm thinking through them right now. D, C, F, G, E minor, E. Micah says, the Ramones kind of sound like the Beach Boys to me, especially in Sheena as a punk rocker. Well, the Beach Boys, they were big on harmony. Pound for pound, Beach Boys were better musicians. The Ramones just rocked hard and, played 3-chord rock and roll. And were precursors to punk.
You two, come along.
Beach Boys were all about harmony, decent guitars, very overproduced. That was Phil Spector, I believe.
You can't punch, my sweet. It's sad, really. Oh my, our friend.
Hello.
I bet you can punch. Do me and the lady a favor here, would you? And thrash this impudent wretch.
Thrash. No man alive can thrash me.
What was your name, sir?
Arthur.
Arthur could. Easily.
You, maybe, but not me.
I know. Punch us both.
I think the Beach Boys are still touring in one form or another.
I'll be left standing.
Serena says, I like the 80s and 90s. I grew up with the music because my family played it.
Give the feeble fellow a little tap and watch him cry.
Yeah, my favorite band probably is Oasis.
Enough, gentlemen?
Yes, I think so. I slipped, and I hope you killed the
Serena says, a lot.
He's still alive? Shoot him, please, one of you.
There, up you get. We need to get some steak on those wounds.
Madam, gentlemen, good luck to you.
One of the reasons why this video is so long is because I included all of these cutscenes. It wouldn't technically be almost 3 hours long without all these cutscenes. I mean, without all these stranger events.
I did not. You're a milk sap.
Well, you are all chatter and no testes.
Serena says, I love Oasis.
Helen, I will make you
And
love me.
Serena, Noel, and Liam Gallagher love you. But I would stay away from them. They rock too hard.
I shall throw myself over the waterfall in just a barrel.
And so shall I, just to demonstrate how little your feeble gestures mean.
I'm fascinated by that story. Two brothers. One was the showman, and the other one was the musical talent. And each resented the other to the point where they can't stand to be in the same room anymore. And they're brothers. That's rock and roll for you.
Good luck, crazy bastard.
Devo, a band I like. They're a new wave band, new wave industrial. The lead singer for Devo, Mark Mothersbaugh, once said that the worst thing that can happen to a band is for you to get a hit song.
Let's go try and find them.
Micah T says, do you like the Germs? No, they're a little too hardcore for me.
Are you there? Acri? Is that you? I've had the wind knocked out of me.
I thought you were a goner.
It's a miracle we're alive.
Silly boys. You nearly died. For me.
right.
I like Joy Division and New Order, and the 80s, 90s are probably my favorite decades for rock and roll.
Noblest man I know.
You are a lion.
Giant.
You are an earthshaker.
World conqueror.
Let's not let anything come between us again.
Never.
Boys,
Serena says, I have been watching Ned Luke, Michael from GTA 5, and Sean Fontino Franklin streams their games on GTA 5 now. We need Trevor, Stephen Ogg to stream. That won't happen, LOL. Stephen Ogg. Who was Trevor? Hold on.
There's quite some suitors you picked there.
Stephen Ogg, a Canadian. I know him. Well, I don't know him, but he was in Better Call Saul and The Boys and Westworld. Serena says, these two brothers crack me up. Yes, they do. The things you do for love, Serena.
it was just
Yeah, Stephen Ogg was in Westworld.
the smartest man I knew. With
I knew he was
positively
Trevor, and I
unleashed
completely
sense.
forgot.
Yes, usually the way it works. Good luck.
Metro Edit says, what's up? I'm making your outfit. I just need to know the hat. That is the Civil War Hardy hat, Metro.
Hello?
Micah says Stephen Ogg was also in The Walking Dead. Yes, he was. Serena says he was in Walking Dead. Serena, you're in Walking Dead. I don't know what that means. They should make a Walking Dead Australia.
And I hope you find peace.
I believe Daryl's in France right now. Serena says, hi, Metro. Yeah, Metro, greetings.
Have fun with my son, the impetuous prince.
The Civil War Hardy hat, Metro.
Raid with him.
I have many videos on how to get it.
I'm sorry.
I suppose
It's at Fort Brennan, which is north, south, east. I would say northeast of Emerald Station.
Some measure of revenge for the raid.
Just ride northeast till you hit the water.
Two women were
You'll find it.
assaulted by his men.
Metro Edit says hair. I said hair. Okay, and Serena says LOL Antonio. Okay, hair. The hair is just like a medium cut.
I'm a great
The
disappointment to my son.
and then level 1 for the handlebar,
Thinks there is
Dundreary, and forked.
Maybe he's right.
Metro Edit said hair. Yes,
I saw
and then
death
pomade.
being handed out so freely by the most foolish of men. I never could equate it with victory. Glory has come in service. Maybe. Maybe not, I don't know.
Serena says yes. They should be the ones who live. Comes out in February with Rick and Michonne.
Your friend, Mr. Van.
I thought Rick had left. I thought Rick was gone. Didn't they do like a Walking Dead in New York?
I'm not sure I
Like
get you.
Escape from New York and Walking Dead?
Perhaps we could go for a ride.
I thought I saw maybe a trailer for that. Metro Edit says, all right, thanks. Thank you, friend. Sorry. I misread.
I ain't doing so good.
I read fast.
Take pity on my plight.
And I might be dyslexic.
It won't take long. Maybe I can help you with that cough.
I know I'm dyslexic. I get north and south and right and left mixed up all the time.
Glad I caught you, sir.
I have to like physically think about it.
Do you know my friend, Mr. Morgan?
No, sir. I don't have the pleasure.
Arthur Morgan.
Serena says, already watched Negan and Maggie and
I
Daryl
was just in Saint Denis.
too.
I spoke with the mayor.
I remember
It's not
Maggie.
good
I
news,
stopped
I'm afraid.
watching Walking Dead, Serena, in like,
Of course.
in maybe
Follow me.
season 2 or 3 when they got to the prison. I just kind of, it was just too much. And then I tried to start watching Fear the Walking Dead, and I made it through like one season of that before I lost interest. I love zombies. I love the makeup. I just can't stand how
People, the heart.
The Walking Dead is all about trusting someone and then they betray you, and then meet someone new and they betray you. Meet someone new and you trust them and then they betray you or they die. You know, it's just I got tired of that formula.
And I'm
Micah says, I get horizontal and vertical mixed from time to time.
take this.
Yeah, that's the same difference, but I don't have trouble with like visual. I have trouble with verbal. Serena says, I love The Walking Dead. Serena, the Walking Dead loves you.
And most of all, I hope you can find peace within yourself.
Serena said, I watched Fear of the Walking Dead too. I liked the first season, but you know, I kind of lost interest. And it's amazing that these shows just keep going on and on and on. And then there were like Kids of the Walking Dead, about, you know, where they tried to do like a teen drama of the Walking Dead, a series where these teens, because they had grown up during the zombie apocalypse, were, you know, had great survival skills and were not impressed, and zombies were just part of life.
Dutch pushing his son to do something real stupid.
But you know, I was intrigued by that. I watched a couple episodes, but ultimately I didn't care.
My. I was wondering when I was going to see
You know, I forgot to put in the veteran in these
Well, the rigors of
cutscenes,
simplicity
but
take
you
their
know,
toll on a
it's
woman.
already almost 3 hours long.
I know. Things are going well. I couldn't have done it without
Really
you.
should have done that, but it's too late now.
You did it all yourself.
So how are you holding up?
I'm still standing, which is an improvement on the last time you saw me.
I wish that there was
But
something
those
else I could
zombies,
do.
Walking Dead zombies, are like the gold standard for zombies now.
Please, call me Charlotte.
Arthur Morgan.
Well,
Serena says, don't think that I saw that one. It's like The Walking Dead, The Next Generation. It's a bunch of teens. I think they were trapped in a school. And, I don't know.
well, please go on in and help yourself to anything you need. What's mine is yours.
Oh, well, that's very kind. Hello, sister.
Back to Sister Calderon.
About you just the other day and hoping we would see you again.
How is Brother Dork?
Oh, he's quite well. A little frustrated with the workings of our order. He keeps trying to be sent overseas, you know, do something with more challenge, maybe be a missionary. He's a lovely man.
Sure.
And how are you?
Never better?
Are you sure?
I'm quite sure, sister.
You know, a long time ago, I was like you.
I very much doubt that.
Serena says, I must have done something wrong with Charlotte, because it won't work with John when I go back the third time.
I did not believe that goodness existed.
Maybe it's an
And then
Arthur
one
only
day, I saw
mission.
that God did exist.
I don't
And
know.
ever since then, doing bad things became, well, not impossible.
Don't know the
but
answer to that one, Serena.
ridiculous.
I guess I'm just hoping for a dignified exit.
I shall pray for you.
Oh, I'm not a religious man, sister.
I like Sister Calderon. She's like a maternal figure for Arthur.
Religion is just a word.
And he hasn't experienced that.
Are rarely pure, but
Not since his mom died.
impure either.
He got a little bit of it from Miss Grimshaw,
To me,
but not like Sister Calderon.
people are God.
Serena says, I only got Sister once in game there. Hopefully I get her again. Yeah, she is essential
People are starving. Go find them some food.
to Arthur's redemption arc.
Don't worry so much about your heart. The actions will lead, and the heart follows. I'll still think of you in very nasty terms.
And we see her again in Undead Nightmare as Mother Superior Calderon, where she's a sister with a shotgun.
You know what, sister? I've got some money on me right now. You can buy some food with this.
Oh, you're so wonderful, Mr. Morgan.
No, that ain't true.
I meant wonderful, but so very frightening. Exactly.
Don't you worry about me.
There you are.
Moving on.
Come on, let's go.
Let's go watch Colm hang.
Why are you so riled up?
Today is a great day, Arthur. Today is the day they are going to hang Colm O'Driscoll.
That's so.
Rather they hang him or I shoot him.
Oh, they are gonna hang him.
Yeah, and not before time.
That boy's been on the gallows more than most. I wouldn't count anything until his neck's broke.
Well, nor would I. Which is why, despite us being wanted men, we're gonna attend the event ourselves.
And follow him onto the scaffold?
Well, let's hope not. But if I could see that son of a bitch breathe his last, I think I'd die.
Note how gruff and impatient Dutch is during this mission. Also note how Dutch gets to be an officer and Arthur is a lowly beat man.
Okay.
Come on.
Aunt Serena, of course, gets to be a fancy lady. Look at that hat. Look at that feather.
Assholes. Sure. Here Combs boys.
Yes, I think.
Also note, I think Serena picked out that dress. I mean, I think Sadie picked out that dress. Forgive me, Serena. Serena says, on my thousandth playthrough, LOL, you know, when you go to Saint Denis, you give donation to the lady. Arthur didn't have enough money. I sold some to the fence. I went back there. She wasn't there, LOL. Oh, that's too bad.
Don't do nothing.
What's it look like? Bunch of cops.
You could try stealing from her. See what that happens.
Enough. So what do you think? Holes up on the roof. Once he starts shooting, we have to have.
I've never stolen from her. We should make a short out of that.
We faced worse than this before.
I'm going to make a note of that right now.
Do it. Yeah.
So, they got a guy up on the roof overlooking
Saint
the gallows.
Denis
Find a way up there.
lady
On one of these
steal,
verandas.
donate.
Through a building maybe, and get him. And do it silently.
Well, obviously, I'm gonna do it silently. I want to see this bastard swing.
He's up with him.
As well you may. I've been a bad man.
Silence!
These charges.
This is not a court where you shall be tried. This is a place where your sentence is to be carried out. And your sentence, Colm O'Driscoll, is
That is a
hanged by the neck
big knife
until
Mrs. Adler has. A Bowie knife.
This is not a task we take lightly. It is not a task we enjoy. But it is a task we must carry out if our civilization is to prosper. Gentlemen, are we ready?
Serena says, already did that on my first playthrough, accidentally pressed the wrong button. I got in trouble by the law, LOL. Yeah, that makes sense. I thought maybe she'd have some extra dialogue. So those cops didn't notice a woman in the crowd holding a knife to a man's throat, or another gentleman with a gun to someone's head, and here's Sadie going nuts. Vengeance is mine. Serena said, I nearly felt sorry for Colm here. Don't know why. Because you have a kind and sensitive heart, Serena. Even though you love zombies. And returning to camp. Yeah, we have Buell. That's irritating. I don't have the cutscenes to show where we got him.
Well, we saw the bastard hang okay, but
Miko says, hello, Serena.
save us.
I guess that's one less thing.
And
to
Serena
worry
says,
about.
hi, Miko.
I guess compared to the entire.
Miko, hope you had a great week.
In the end,
Glad you're here.
Colm O'Driscoll didn't seem like such a worry.
A letter came for you.
Oh, okay.
I know it's from that Mary.
Mary?
She ain't worth it, Arthur.
Who is?
And here comes Mary's letter and the ring, which she kept and is finally returning.
Dear Arthur, you never showed up. And now, after looking at the newspapers, I understand why. I don't imagine you'll receive this letter, but I nonetheless must send it. Arthur. Oh,
Arthur.
I was
Miko
just
says,
certain
interesting how
you
Dutch doesn't
insist
get
on
mad at Sadie for
softest of
both
dreams.
instances,
I miss
rescuing
you,
John and
and I
causing
will
mayhem at
always
Combs
miss
hanging.
you. But I cannot live like that. And it
Maybe he
seems
doesn't
you
feel
cannot
comfortable
live
with
any other
Mrs.
way.
Adler yet.
When I'm with
Not like
you, the world makes
he expects.
sense, but when we are apart,
He expects
I see clearly that your world is not a world from
unwavering
which
and
one can
blind
escape.
loyalty from Arthur,
I'm so
and he doesn't really
sorry
have a history
for everything.
with Mrs. Adler,
For everything
apart
long
from
ago,
saving her in
and
Chapter
for
1.
starting up that business again.
Serena says, I love this game, but wasn't too thrilled about this camp. Yes, same here. I hate Chapter 6.
Giant.
Serena says, yes, I know, right, Miko? Thinking the same.
Time and again, you've broken my heart again, and I fear I have broken yours. And for that, I will never forgive myself. But you must let me go now.
Micah is moving chess pieces, or treating the Arthur and Sadie and John as like expendable chess pieces that need to be removed from the board so he can have full access to Dutch, the king.
I hope one day you will find some people in love who can use this, for it kept me thinking of you all these years, and I hope by returning it to you, I can finally be free. Goodbye, Mary.
Hello.
I put that whole letter in just because it's sad and it's part of Arthur's arc.
Captain Monroe.
Of course.
Chief's going out trying to find medications. It's quite a business.
Yes. Thought we were through with all this.
Well, we are, mostly. Colonel Favors seems to think the natives have broken some promise they never made, and apparently he's punishing them by withholding vaccines sent down by the federal government.
Really?
I was supposed to oversee the administration of the vaccines. Now I hear the
The
wagons.
thing about this game, and it's just a credit to the writers, and it's a hallmark of good writing, is these characters, any of them you could follow, and it would make a fascinating story.
I'm trying to find out. He knows I'm trying to find out.
Like this guy.
Provoke me almost as much as he'd love to provoke
What does he
these
do
poor
next
bastards.
after Arthur puts him on the train?
Meaning that despite the fact that I think he's a horse's ass, he knows I think.
So many tangents you can go off in different directions.
This is the best of things.
Much like the extended Star Wars universe.
No. This is awful.
Where is this wagon? Where can we find it?
I can show you. Supposed to be heading to a PD after coming up through Valentine, but it's been diverted south instead.
Come on, Captain Monroe.
Mr. Morgan, you must act with due caution.
Oh, we shall. We
Captain
surely
Monroe.
shall. Now come.
Okay.
He is said to have a wolf head on his pommel of his saddle, but I can't get it to spawn.
The wagon should come along this way.
Okay.
You're a good man, Mr. Morgan, but I fear this task to be a fool's errand.
Well, firstly, I'm a long way from a good man. Secondly, fool's errands are my favorite kind of work.
Fair enough. In that case, I can see we shall be great friends.
May I ask you a question?
Of course.
Why don't you just tell all the folk up in Washington what kind of an idiot Colonel Favors is, and save us all a lot of bother?
Unfortunately, the government doesn't work quite like that.
If you say so.
There. Think that's the wagon.
All right. Get yourself out of here.
Just remember to keep it clean, understand me?
Don't worry, I'm as clean as they come. All I do is clean.
Well, good luck.
I'll meet you back.
Serena, I'm about 67% done with Red Dead 1. We're back at the ranch.
So good of you to join us.
What's going on?
Rebellion.
Interesting how the first half of Red Dead 1 is in Mexico, where you're doing revolutionary stuff, and the second half so far is in Blackwater and Beecher's Hope, where you're doing cowboy stuff.
They want you to fight.
I mean, after we
We're just gonna trap
get rid of
them
Dutch
in the
at
valley,
least.
disarm them, tar and feather them, and remind them.
Serena says, I like him, can't remember his name. Arthur helps him to get medication. Yes, Captain Monroe.
Uncle Sam's nose a little. I need you to help me. Okay, they've passed the first charge. If we blow...
Serena says, nice, Antonio. Serena, you're nice. Dutch keeps on making mistakes. This is another one where he's firing up the Native Americans and getting on the Army's radar.
Put your hands up, soldier.
That's a nice shot, though. And I always like Dutch's signature red scarf / bandana. Serena says, I'm halfway through. Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't finish it if it wasn't for the channel. I just like, I like this game more. Working on a moose video.
Your friends fired first, soldier.
Which we'll entitle something like How to Spawn a 3-Star Moose at Cattail Pond in Red Dead Redemption 2.
From New Jersey. These boys ain't the problem. They're only kids.
Keep looking.
Serena says, I remember doing this must be a fluke. I did it quietly, LOL.
They're sending riders from the fort.
Yeah, that's how you're supposed to do it. Getting the medicine.
He's alive. Well, that went just about.
You're not supposed to kill him. I always kill him. I could never figure out how to stealth it. Maybe they stop somewhere and you can sneak aboard.
Keep failing. It ain't like that, Dutch. Look at me. Look at me. I'm worried about folk. I know.
Serena says, get the medicine. Yeah, I knew what you're talking about.
Should go. Where's Eagle Flash? Run, son! Run! Come on! This is it.
And again, I love this scene. Very Butch and Sundance.
Well, Arthur.
But it's just such a pain to get here emotionally.
Okay.
I don't know if it's worth it to me.
I got a plan. This is a good one. Hello.
I mean, a lot of you guys like to play the game all the way through, finish the game, and then start a new one.
Put your hands up.
Serena says, I rode the horse and jumped on.
Keep your hands up and come here.
Yeah, I assume at some point they stop and then you can stealth it.
We can't do that. Your man. Those men they killed. They were good men.
This is another leap of faith. Serena says, I love this when they fall in the water. It was awesome. Yeah, it references a movie called Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
My whole life, I tried to fight change.
That starred Paul Newman and
I see that.
and what was his name? Let's look it up.
Can't fight.
Oh, Robert Redford.
Can't fight change. Can't fight gravity. Come on, Arthur. Take my hand. Come here, big boy. Oh, I got you.
It's amazing that both Arthur and Dutch survived that.
You're okay.
What a mess.
And when did Dutch have time to tie his scarf nicely around his neck?
Escape from chaos. Eagle flies must have been taken.
Taken or killed.
Well, we can't go find out.
No, not now.
Charles, we'll send him. Where is he?
He's probably back at camp.
Let's split up. I'll go tell him. You rest up. Keep a lookout. We are gonna make it, brother. I can feel it. Faith, Arthur. Have faith.
That's the last moment you saw that handshake. We were going to make it, brother. That's the last moment of affection between Arthur and Dutch. Serena says, is O-Dog still here? He might be. He might just be lurking. Or, he might have fallen asleep. This is late for him, regrettably. Serena says, where is everyone? They might not be subscribers, Serena.
Josiah?
I have, subscriber only mode on for the chat to get rid of the trolls.
Perhaps.
What do you mean?
O-Dog says, yep.
Well,
Yeah, he's just listening.
This is all pretty much over.
I'll be back.
No, you won't.
Serena says, poor Arthur. Yeah, I hate Chapter 6.
I'll miss you, Arthur. You've been a fine friend to me.
I don't see any reason to play it ever again.
Well, place is quiet. Get out of here. Go with my blessing.
Thank you, Arthur.
I'm perfectly content hanging out in Chapter 2, crafting the Legends of the East satchel over and over again.
Found a friend looking for you.
Mr. Morgan.
Sir,
How are you?
a little better.
I hope so.
How can I help you?
I'm sorry to impose on you.
Serena says, there he is. If we play, what do you want to do online? That's to you, O-Dog.
I believe so. Colonel Favors has agreed to a meeting to discuss.
Yeah, you can figure out a plan. Make some videos. It'd be good content for you.
Lied to me more times than I
I'll
can
promote it.
remember, but maybe this time.
I mean, both my mods in the same video.
Why could he possibly
That's worth it.
humiliate us further?
We got words for his kind, but they're colloquial.
Perhaps I could make one last request. My men are not allowed to carry arms.
Serena says, be good if Antonio can play with us too online. I don't know what happened to that account. I don't remember the password.
Their chances of lying or worse will be reduced.
Yeah, I'd have to build an entirely new character.
It ain't my business, brother.
No, I know. But it is mine.
And start at level 1.
Charles, I've
saved your life. Do it for me.
Sure. Come on. You owe this man. You should have him do your negotiations.
Let's go.
It's interesting in in Beaver Hollow how the camp is not inside the cave. It's outside of the cave. You can explore the cave. But it's just miserable. O-Dog says, I'm just along for the ride. It's too late for tonight, though. I just logged off. Serena says, oh, that's okay, Antonio. We'll help you rank up. Yeah, you've got it all figured out, Serena. You know all about Red Dead Online. You should make a video on that. How to rank up. How to rank up in Red Dead Online.
You okay, man?
And just list
Jackson, take him away.
just your top 10
You're a gentleman with
tips to rank up. Actually, call it my top 10 tips to rank up in Red Dead Online.
Are you being facetious, Captain Monroe?
No, sir, I am not.
Chief Raines.
Might be a little work for you because you will have to show examples of what you need to do. But you would get a lot of views for a tutorial like that.
No. You know he's going to have Monroe court-martialed.
Serena says, that's okay, O-Dog. We will work it out.
He's going to make a disgrace of him. Monroe? Seems likable enough for a West Pointer. Why? You know what they say about
Well, in the immortal words of the Beatles, we can work it out.
poor Monroe. Kind of liked him. I know. Well, still, he's kind of stuck up.
Your men violated the treaty. That treaty is null and void. I have been appointed to negotiate.
Feeling better? Yeah. Come on. Let's go.
The lands you currently occupy belong to the United States government.
Serena says you have to do startup missions. Yeah, make a video on it. You get a lot of views.
Good day, Colonel Favors.
Well, that was remarkably unproductive.
So
I'm afraid the federal government
Serena
was quite
continues,
clear,
get rank
Colonel,
up.
that it wanted
Get
peace
ranked
and
up.
peace for all, and that the treaty had not been broken by anybody.
Oh, is that so, sir? And did it want impudence, sir, from a junior officer in public? Was that its plan too, sir? You insult me. You insult the regiment. Arrest this man.
Arrest me?
Gross insubordination. Disobeying an order. Treason.
Are you mad?
You had those vaccines stolen. You disrupted a negotiation.
Does everyone have snacks? We're about halfway through.
This is all getting out of hand.
This is going to be the longest live stream in the history of Super Antonio so far.
I don't want to kill this man.
Serena says, I don't like how they treated Rainfall in this mission. Yeah, they, you know, they're just, that's the military for you. It's one of the themes, it's one of the only times this game gets political when they talk about the plight of the Native Americans.
Get out of here, Captain Monroe.
I fear it may be Mr. Monroe from now on.
I'm sorry.
Miko says Charles so wanted to help the Indians, he had to remind Arthur how he saved him, so Arthur would agree. Seems out of character for how he usually is, but I understand. Well, it's because, you know, the devs didn't know if you're playing good honor or bad honor, Arthur. So they just kind of had to balance out the cutscenes to have a middle Arthur. Serena says, yes, Miko, I agree with you. Yeah, I mean,
Morgan, are you okay?
that would be like twice the work to have good honor cutscenes and bad honor cutscenes. And they do in some instances, but for the most part, they just have a medium Arthur for the cutscenes.
What's wrong?
I'm dying, sister.
Okay.
Yeah, I got TB. I got it. Beating a man to death.
Arthur does not fear death like a samurai. He considers himself already dead.
Bad life, sister.
Sadie's the same way.
We've all lived bad lives, Mr. Morgan.
But then again, Sadie and Arthur don't feel they have anything to live for.
I know you.
John, on the other hand, has Abigail and Jack.
Forgive me, but
Dutch and Micah, they're just
you don't know you.
consumed with greed.
I don't know, but whenever we happen to meet, you're always helping.
Serena says, there's Sister Calderon again. I love her. Well, Serena, you know, Sister Calderon has nothing but love for you and for everyone in the chat and everyone who plays this game, and especially Arthur.
My mama died when I was a kid.
She is the kind and loving act of Red Dead Redemption 2. Miko says, that makes sense. I never played low honor. Yeah, it's very difficult for me. I always drift back into high honor. I can't be mean to Miss Tilly and Abigail.
But there is also love and beauty.
What am I gonna do now?
Be grateful that for the first time, you see your life clearly.
Sure.
Perhaps you could help somebody. Helping makes you really happy.
Well, let me check something.
I still don't believe in nothing.
Often, neither do I. But then, I
Yeah.
met someone like you.
The full game cutscene is still
everything
processing.
makes sense.
It's up. Took forever to upload it. Took almost 18 hours, Serena. And at some point, YouTube will finish scaling it to scaling it up to
There is nothing
1080p.
to be afraid of, Mr. Morgan. Take a gamble that love exists and do a loving act.
It's interesting how these live streams won't go up to 1080p. They're only at 720. That may have to do with my camera, regrettably. So at some point we'll get a better camera.
Goodbye,
sister.
Once these live streams are self-supportive.
Ah, there he is. Old
Serena says, would have been good at the end of the story mode. We could switch to Arthur and John, but can't. Yeah, first playthrough, I assumed we would be free roaming with Arthur in New Austin.
All I know is there's law whenever you're around.
I was very surprised when he died.
Seems to me that since you've been riding with us, there ain't been nothing but trouble. Stirring things up all the time, getting in Dutch's ear. Seems wherever you is, there's Pinkertons and vice versa. So you better watch your goddamn mouth, boy.
I just assumed chapter 6 would end and he would be in the epilogue, and we just keep going. And then at the end, he'd have to stay in New Austin, or his health would decline.
Dutch says we is to go on with plans to create a diversion.
Miko says people who don't care have nothing to lose. So either they started that way or they already lost everything. Those are dangerous people. And that is a quote. I don't know from who, but it's very true.
And help everyone leave. He's got a boat lined up.
Blackwater's a fool's errand.
Well said, Miko.
Even a greedy moron like you.
It's Dutch's choice, Arthur.
Here's old Black Lung.
Your gun, same as the rest of us. Only you ain't well.
I'm fine.
Then you'll do Dutch's bidding.
Micah's smug. He's not seeing Arthur as a threat anymore.
Coming from Annesburg, full of explosives.
As far as Micah's concerned, to continue the chess metaphor, he's off the board. Serena says, yes, same. Couldn't stop crying, couldn't hold the controller properly when Arthur died. Yeah. I believe you. This game, well, you put at least 60 hours of your life into it. And, you're so emotionally invested by that time.
All right, let's go.
It's the worst. This game breaks your heart.
You go play dead, and I'll take care of him.
No, I'm the better shot.
Serena says, that's Micah's house, lol, lol, with the man-made pig, lol. Yeah, I've heard that theory.
Oh, that's them coming now, I think.
Odog has an angry emoticon with Micah. Odog, I'm gonna make a Micah cutscene video. I mean, I've got all the files, and they're all like organized by chapter with the, you know, with the mission titles. It's really easy on a separate hard drive.
You go on ahead. I need to speak with Arthur.
That was an interesting ancillary benefit to making these videos, as I got everything organized perfectly for future reference, future videos. If we ever need them, I can call them up. I know where they are.
Now I need better from you, Arthur.
Okay, Micah, whatever you say.
I ain't the bad guy you think.
Note
I
how
am,
Micah is taking more of a leadership role.
Stick with me and you'll live.
He's moved solidly into second place.
Probably go help Marston.
Why don't you?
Like I said, Dutch and I got planning to do for the
And
train.
Arthur has moved back even farther. There's Baylock.
Arthur. Trust me.
Mrs. Adler?
Sadie practicing her knife throwing skills. Serena says, though, there's my two favorite characters, John and Arthur.
Still working?
Is anybody still working? Whole goddamn place full of people.
Yeah, I have more respect for John after Red Dead 1.
Makes me real sad.
I know. I need someone to ride with me.
And the most interesting aspect of playing Red Dead 1 for me is how it influences my my vision of Red Dead 2. Serena says, and Sadie. Yeah, you can't forget Sadie.
You know what they did to me and to my husband?
I would say, you know, if not counting Arthur, Sadie is the breakout star of this game.
I've got to do this.
Also, I don't believe Rockstar really anticipated how popular Arthur and Sadie would be.
I'll do it, but there's something you could help me with.
Now, if you agree to go with her, with Sadie that is, you, Odog, get to spend the night with Mrs. Adler.
When the time comes.
How do you mean?
Technically, you're camping outside a Hanging Dog Ranch, and probably nothing happened, but you never know. You never know with these two.
You know, you and me, we're more ghosts than people. But them, they could...
I know.
Serena says, I thought they would do that the first, then Red Dead 1. It confused me at first. Yeah, it still confuses me.
Up at Hanging Dog Ranch when you can.
I get those timelines mixed up all the time.
Thanks, Arthur.
O-Dog has a smiley emoticon or perhaps a laughing one. Yeah, O-Dog knows what I'm thinking about. Technically, they do spend the night together. Who knows what happened around the campfire? We do know that Arthur dreams of the good honor buck, but but and you know, when you think about it, there, see, she's already up. She let him sleep in. Serena says, I always have to help Sadie. I can't refuse Sadie. Yeah, we can't refuse Sadie. Sadie's eager to go.
Hey.
You seen anything down there?
Yeah, I think there's a bunch of them down there. I'm mostly drunk. But one of them is a fat fella with a beard. Him? He's mine.
Miko says, it was when she said, what they did to me, that implies the O'Driscolls did more than just kill Jake Adler. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's like, it's sad to think about. You'd hope she was just hiding in the basement. And Mrs. Adler really needs a deluxe bath at this moment. This is very sad. This is probably one of the most poignant scenes in chapter 6.
Good man, my Jakey.
He was a good man, my Jakey. When she finally confides in Arthur and she just has the cry that she has been waiting for, or since
I'm sure.
chapter 1. Arthur doesn't know what to do.
Every moment.
He's not very good with emotions. Look at his body language, arms crossed.
But my memories of him, they still pure.
I ain't even got that.
It's real emotion. It's a real conversation.
The best man I've known.
And Sadie confides, apart from my Jake,
Competition
you're the best man I've ever known. And Arthur has to make a joke. Well, I know the company we keep.
We should get away from her.
Serena says, I thought she was just hiding in the basement. Didn't know O'Driscolls did more. Maybe she was hiding in the basement. You can think that if you want, Serena. What they did to me could just mean they took away my home and killed my husband. Serena really needs Sadie really needs a deluxe bath right now. Oh, dog.
Arthur, how you doing?
You can loot all those bodies if you want, but you will catch a witness if you linger. It's not really worth it for me at this point.
I feel like I just don't know Dutch no more.
You ain't the only one.
And this plan to get us out, it just feels...
John and Arthur share a smoke, which is great for his lungs. And also, yeah, I like that, how they're smoking next to the dynamite. Serena says, O'Driscolls everywhere, even online. The Skinners, the Murphy Brood, other gangs online. The Night Folk. And O-Dog says, Smuh.
I love Dutch.
What are you shaking your head at, O-Dog?
I feel like in Saint Denis, when I got arrested, maybe he could have done something.
I feel like you should take your woman.
Miko says, Serena, yep, it's just a theory that's floating around for some discussion / speculation.
It's that or... Well, I don't see no way out of this.
Serena says John and Arthur could be twins, LOL. Well, they are brothers of a sort.
I'll be okay.
Sons of Dutch. And they have a very brotherly relationship. John certainly sees Arthur as an older brother, and Arthur reciprocates. But Arthur's like default position for younger men that he likes is to maintain an older brother role.
Final tweak on his nose.
Odog, Sadie in a bath.
Yeah, come on. Help me with the rest of this.
Well, you know, he's got to get clean, and if there's a knock on the door, it's only 50 cents more. Serena says, remember I uploaded a video where Thieves Landing thought those guys looked a lot like John, LOL. And Serena continues, okay, thank you, Miko. Really hard to get the hang of that railway cart seesaw situation.
That just ain't how I want to die. Come on. Let's go blow this thing up.
And the explosions in this game are tip-top.
Well, I guess old Dutch got all the smoke he wants. Let's hope so. You really think that that'll draw attention away from us? I guess we'll see. Tell the truth, I ain't even sure I fully understand Dutch's plan with all of
There's a cigarette card here if you are interested in cigarette cards.
What about
I was obsessed with cigarette cards. I would say the first year of the channel. I loved just the treasure hunt of running across the map and getting cigarette cards. Made many cigarette card videos.
Not anymore, John. Soon.
Until I realized YouTube hated the word cigarette. And you can't really put that in the title. Probably shouldn't even say it.
I'll think about it. I've done a lot of thinking. Look at us. Out here risking our necks and for what exactly? For an idea that don't work no more.
Bacchus Station. Bacchus is the Greek god of wine.
You got a family. You need cash. You need to start building.
Perhaps you have heard the term bacchanalian.
Me? I need a vacation. And
That's where it comes from.
has all the money for safekeeping. You know something? Abigail thinks she might know where
John and Arthur are making their own plans.
Will you tell her she better make sure?
I love the light in Red Dead Redemption 2. See how the sunset shines on Arthur, that golden light, that golden hour?
I don't know, Arthur. Nor do I.
In the Italian Renaissance, they call that the chiaroscuro, the golden light, and they use that to great effect in this game.
But it weren't us who changed.
And it's beautiful. See, look at Arthur here. Some of the devs had classical training. A man with no name says, hello, sir. Greetings, friend. Appreciate you being here.
Hello?
We are doing the Chapter 6 live cut screen commentary, and we probably have another hour.
I'm so glad you could make it. How are you? My son. My son is foolish, but he's still my son. I know your son.
There are a lot of missions and a lot of cut screens in cutscenes in Chapter 6. But I also included all of the side missions.
My son probably wishes the same to me.
And stranger encounters.
I doubt that. I want peace. I need my people to be safe. All my life I've tried to bring peace.
Then Rains Falls becomes another father figure to Dutch. I mean to Arthur. Replaces Dutch. Just happened too late in the game for Arthur. Arthur.
For 100 years or more. That's treason. What should I do? I don't think there's much chance reasoning with Colonel Favors. No.
And this smoky TP can't be good for Arthur's TB.
His ensured relations between us and the army are worse than any point in the last 5 years. I'm sure he means well, but matters are more complex than he understands.
Yeah, I was playing Red Dead Redemption 1 all week until I went nuts today and had to open up Red Dead Redemption 2, fool around with Arthur. Technically, I was making footage for B-roll for the horse show video.
Where are you? Come on, let's go.
Here's Sadie back. Well, she's sleeping up here now. Serena, did you see Sadie? She's back. There. Say hi to Serena. Say hi. Say hi. Look at the camera. And say hi to Serena. Look right here. Okay, she's tired. She doesn't want to say hi. Yeah, I was so...
I guess it is. Just keep quiet.
I was so... I just missed this game so much that I had to start playing, and I got sidetracked by looking for a moose. So we're going to make a moose video. Serena says, Antonio and everyone, what would be a good headline to put on my Arthur video? Starts off where Arthur and Horse do like a somersault. Not sure what to put. And she continues, hi, a man with no name.
No, he didn't say that. Of course not.
And Sadie's so cute. Serena, Sadie thinks you look cute.
If you say so. Whoa.
Yeah, I'd have to see the video. Just put the video up with, like, you know, with whatever title you can think of, and then we can then I'll watch the video and we can change the title. I'll put another title, an alternate title in the comment. But yeah, I'd have to see it. I don't know, unless you could describe it more.
You okay, Arthur? Yeah, I'm right as rain. How are you?
I'll be fine in a day or so. I heal fast. Colonel Favors won't be too happy with your rescue.
I guess not.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot more trouble. My father, even he may have to fight.
Arthur with the bow Charles gave him.
No big fight with them. Shouldn't y'all just run away?
Where would we go?
I don't know.
I'm fine. Let me take you back to your father.
Thank you.
No mention. Yeah.
And these final missions where they just end with Arthur just looking defeated, and he just has to keep going.
Cleet and Joe.
Cleet.
He's lucky I bumped into him.
What is going on?
Then, you know, Mike has moved in his own guys.
What's happening to you? You show him some respect.
Excuse me.
Mr. Vanderlyn, Mr. Morgan.
Serena says, okay, Antonio, thank you. Can I send you just that bit? I have it in my gallery. Yeah, send it. On PS Quattro.
Ride with us against the factory.
I love your courage,
Yeah, go
son.
for it.
It is a thing of great beauty.
Stop! Everyone stop!
My son, my last son, don't. When I was your age, I fought.
Yeah, Serena, do. Serena asks, can I send it to your PS4? It's only a short clip. Yeah, go for it.
Were slain. My firstborn, your brother, had his head smashed by a drunken soldier. My wife had her throat slit. I made peace. I knew not to trust. Yet I had no
I like
choice.
those spots that that Eagle Flies has on his shoulder. I don't know what it means, but I'm sure it means something.
Maybe none of these
Maybe the
men are
number
good.
of Braves that
Maybe
he
a
has
world
killed.
in which they came to us is a world that we cannot endure.
Or times he has counted coup.
Father, you are tired.
Do not die for pride, my son.
But I'm
We
sure
have
they mean
suffered
something.
Too much in this trick. The earth, the water, they have no pride. They endure.
He's going to war, and Dutch is happy to go along with him because he believes it will distract the army and the Pinkertons from the gang. Serena says, "Hang in, I'll send it now." Okay, my PS4 is turned off, Serena, so I'll get it tomorrow.
Stop. Please. Stop.
But yeah, we'll watch it tomorrow. Me and Sadie will watch it. I'll tell you what Sadie thinks you should call it too.
After you helped me after we spoke, this is just a trap. My son, my people will all die.
You help this fella, Arthur?
Please. What of it?
What else you been doing behind Dutch's back?
What? The wars are over. We have lost. These young men will be annihilated.
And Micah has gained some weight since chapter 1. He has been enjoying
Who else will come with me?
extra helpings of Mr. Pearson's
Who knows what
stew.
other secrets I'll learn about?
Or hitting the beer.
Who else?
That's probably more of a beer belly.
And me. I guess.
All right, let's ride out.
It's interesting that there aren't, you know, I'm working on that every Micah cutscene video. There aren't as many Micah cutscenes as you would think. He is ever present in the story, but he's not really in all the cutscenes. Very interesting. It's fascinating. I mean, there's a bunch more Sadie cutscenes. And if those, like every Micah cutscene and every Sadie cutscene videos work, I'll do it for the rest of the gang. But we'll see. It's a test, and also I'll just do it because it's fun. She's just itchy. She doesn't have fleas. I really wish you wouldn't scratch in front of the camera because everyone will think you have fleas, and you don't have fleas.
We gotta help these men. Can anyone see eagle
I know. You think I'm talking to you.
Going across the walkway.
And I kind of am, but not really. I'm talking to the chat. I'm talking to here.
You coming, Arthur? I'm gonna
See?
try and
Read
save
that.
him. This fight is unwinnable. If you go and distract them,
Serena says, not sure how to send it. Yeah, I'm not sure. I just assumed you knew how to do it.
ride with me. Let's meet up at the factory. Let's ride. Yeah.
The other thing is you can load it, you can put it up on YouTube as a private video, or you can just put it up as a video and I can watch it, and then you can just change the title to whatever you want
Thank you. All of you. We need to go. Where are my men? Where are my
after
men?
we see the
We saw
video.
some fighting by the factory. That's where Dutch is gone. Let's go, quick! Any men we see, we must save them.
On me, Arthur. So good of you to join us. Hello, son.
Hey.
Saved your life.
And here comes the moment of truth
Just a
for
regular
Arthur
good
and
guy,
Dutch.
same as
For
always.
Arthur, where
What
Dutch
is it
makes a
with you,
choice.
What is it? I don't get you. Don't get you no
And
more.
just like John,
The doubting. The doubting.
he leaves Arthur behind.
Get him out of here, all of you.
Come on. Let's go finish things.
Finish what?
The doubts. You know why I wanted them to attack this place?
I have no idea.
Javier, you get them and you go.
Until I find all my men, I'm not leaving.
As you wish. Rest of you, get out of here.
I'm staying with you.
We're getting our ticket out of here. We need to find the
Also think that Dutch got sidetracked from his plans of Tahiti with the Native American issue.
This is it.
Again, that's from his reading, from reading too much Evil and Miller.
How much? It's a few $1,000.
And also Dutch just trying to hold on to control and power.
Oh, we are nearly there. Arthur, we're nearly there. Mr. Morgan, let's go home.
I think you need a certain amount of flexibility in a criminal enterprise that Dutch wasn't.
Shoot him. Find him now.
Dutch wasn't doing. He was very focused on his plans. He was very stubborn. a little too stubborn. Cutscene completely surprised me. I had no idea this was going to happen. First playthrough. And we just see Dutch walk away. Rains Falls saves us, but it's too late for him. No, Eagle Flies, excuse me. I always get those two confused.
You silly fool! Come on!
Yeah, he returns him to Rains Falls.
More than once.
But, you know, technically he owed us because we saved him from the fort.
Come on!
We need to go.
You ran away.
Arthur accuses Dutch in front of his men, and Dutch, of course, has to deny it.
We did it, gentlemen. Oh, we got some money. And with the train job,
And then redirect, focus on the plan.
money. Come on. Everything is coming together. Exactly as I planned.
I've got to take the boy to his father.
As you wish. Usually is nowadays.
Sure.
Come on. We gotta get back to camp and prepare. Let's ride.
I'll be back when I can.
I'll stay with you.
And me, of course.
And so will I.
No, get out of here. Please. This ain't gonna be nothing nice.
Be safe, Arthur.
Bring him to me.
Eagle Flies gets to die with honor, die in battle, gets to say goodbye to his family and his tribe. It's not good for Rains Falls. It's not good to outlive your children, but that's the tragedy of the Native American experience in this game. Serena says, "Okay, Antonio, see how I go. If not, I'll just put something that you can tell me, then I can change it." Yeah, we'll figure it out. Eagle Flies loses everything, but he keeps going. He has to. Also note, that was his youngest son. He had an older son. Eagle Flies had a brother that I assume the army also killed.
And fast. I'll stay and help them.
Yeah, I'll stay too.
No, my friend. You have others who need you. Good people.
And this is the last scene with Charles. Charles leaves the gang to help these guys. He feels a kinship. We'll pick up again with Charles in Saint-Denis with John. That's the last we see of Charles, who was probably our best friend in camp. I mean, Sean and John, you know, that was more of a brotherly relationship. Charles and Arthur were more of equals. Serena says, "Poor Eagle Flies, 'cause of Dutch. Wouldn't save Arthur." Yes, indeed. And here we get another cutscene where we are saved by a simple kindness. First playthrough, I was like, "Get back on the horse, Arthur. What are we doing?" That little boy always reminds me of Augustus Gloop from Willy Wonka. Six viewers in the chat. Really appreciate you being here, friends. We're at 2 hours and 10 minutes. We have about 30 more minutes.
Drink this.
Serena says, "Very heartbreaking, this bit, especially what Arthur did for the gang.
Just a minute.
He was loyal to the end. Yes, but the gang wasn't loyal to him, regrettably.
Sie haben uns
Or
gerettet,
rather,
als
the
wir
leadership
Hilfe
wasn't.
brauchten. Und jetzt können wir sie nicht retten. Aber
But that's what makes a hero, is loyalty. And standing up for what's right. Defending the innocent and the weak. Protecting the innocent and defending the weak. And I always wondered how we got here. Back to Van Horn. It's like the German couple, the German family just dumped us on the streets of Van Horn. And what happened to our horse? Buell's
What you
fine.
talking about? Pearson left. Old uncle. The traitors. Both gone at dawn. They said young Tilly they were running to save themselves.
Dutch is completely unhinged now that Molly is gone. Oh dog, yes.
Cowards. Arthur, cowards.
Still here.
Of all the time we spent to run off. Well, I guess they don't want to die, Dutch. Ain't nobody gonna. This is a tough time. You ain't.
Micah and his boys have taken over camp.
We, our community, we will survive. They will not crush us. I hope so.
But Arthur won't run.
If we let Jack,
He really should run.
well then maybe we can freedom.
But he's going to be here till the end.
In this country, no more, Arthur. One more big score. We got enough money to leave. All this turmoil has the army and Pinkerton spinning. We take a boat and slip away.
Also note, if you have played Red Dead 1, you know that Dutch has to survive. You know this is a prequel.
We know this is full of cash. Army payroll.
One last train job, but also note that Dutch has never been good at planning train jobs. Or bank jobs.
Uncle Sam, and we leave.
I can't think of one mission
The poetry of it all.
where that goes off smoothly,
It sounds wonderful.
that has any kind
I
of
ain't got much to
success.
lose, but you know, the women and the children, and John and his family. I'm afraid I have to.
Odog says, maybe let someone with time and want to take the flag and run with it for a bad guy playthrough, and you simply live stream it. Granted, you have to stream the video playthrough and edit. That's a great idea, Odog, if you want to do it. If you want to play, if you want to do an Arthur, if you want to do Arthur with the Civil War Hardy hat,
Think is best. I will.
wearing the Super Antonio gear, we could figure it out.
We gonna rob a train?
Serena says, yes, I agree, Antonio. He does look like Augustus from Willy Wonka. And Metro says, almost to the end, with a crying emoticon. Yeah,
Friends, let's go.
here we go.
Come on. We are gonna borrow a little money from old Uncle Sam and be out of his hair once and for all. He insists upon it. Insists. Let's ride out, gentlemen. Let's go. Yeah.
Interesting how Sadie is with us. Mrs. Adler. I should call her Mrs. Adler during streams. Odog said, that's what bigger gaming channels do. They have multiple gamers.
Sadie, you board halfway.
That's the only way to do it.
You and Arthur are gonna board at the back. Rest you.
Serena says, wonder where Dutch has been hiding for all these years. Well, he was in... I don't think he was ever in Mexico in Red Dead 1. I think Cochine is where he ends up, which doesn't exist in Red Dead 2. He was up in the mountains of tall trees.
Sneak on now. God damn it.
Which is interesting because this game ends in the mountains.
We're still going through with this.
Well, it ends for Dutch. No, we're back on the first horse, the Mahogany Bay Tennessee Walker, because that's the horse I like to say goodbye to. which regrettably we're going to be doing in this video. There's a very similar scene with John where we have to do use a Gatling gun on a train and fight off the Mexican rebels, the Mexican insurgents. Serena says he insists upon it. Yes, he does, Serena. Yes, he does. And gravity works different in Red Dead Redemption 2.
Stop the train. Whatever you do, do not stop the train. You secure up ahead, but keep us moving. I'll deal with that patrol when they come through. We got something. We got something. Catch. Wait, there's more.
They get sacks of cash. But, well, it's payroll. Serena says Micah and Dutch up to something. Yeah, Arthur regrettably does not get to keep that money, but one, he has nothing to spend it on, and two, I do love seeing that train crash.
We're alive. Just about.
Well, let's move.
And two, he's going to give that cash to Tilly, who I always assumed she split with Abigail and John.
I tried.
Serena says Micah told Pinkertons about the train robbery for sure. I'm sure. Yeah, I am as well.
Before another patrol turns up.
Metro edits. Is there going to be an epilogue cutscenes next stream? Yes, on Sunday. Saturday, we're going to be watching Terminator Salvation from 2009, which starred Christian Bale. And Sunday, we'll finish the cutscenes. Monday, we will get back to Red Dead 1. Miko says, another mission I don't like. I try to avoid hitting horses with the Gatling gun, but I can't always. Yeah, I mean, even if you go for headshots, those darn horses will get in the way. Serena says, they didn't even go back for John. That broke my heart. Yeah, this game breaks your heart.
They came and took Abigail.
But John gets away. You know that.
They took Abigail.
Who did?
Agent Milton and his men took her to Van Horn to be put on a boat and tried for murder.
I am sorry to hear that.
We gotta let her go. John's
A lot of kidnapping in this game. First they kidnapped Jack, now his mom gets kidnapped.
Got a bunch of money, Dutch. She's just a girl. They won't do nothing to her.
She's just a girl.
We need to keep riding on this one, Dutch. You know it. Every man here knows
We
it.
just gonna let the boy be made an orphan? It ain't like that. What is it like?
I wanna live, cowpoke. I still got the choice. Dutch, it's just a girl.
Metro, have you watched, asks, have you watched the first Terminator? I have indeed. We'll get into it, we will get into it tomorrow night. I have a lot to say about the Terminator franchise. I haven't watched the last one, and I don't think I ever will. Serena says, yes, Miko, I don't like hitting horses either, even by accident. I go see if I can revive the horses, but can't in this mission. Yeah, you can't. I mean, it's so hard to control that darn thing. There. Have a sack full of cash.
Take Jack, and you wait at Copperhead Landing for Abigail
And
Mrs. Adler.
Tilly will set herself up as a fancy lady in Serena.
You live a good life now.
The Texas Dog says, howdy, partner. It's been a while. Greetings, friend. Good to see you. Glad you're here. We are currently coming around to the end of the Chapter 6 cutscene video. We have about 20 more minutes. Miko says, no worries, Serena. Those hosts... Miko says, no worries, Serena. Those horses are only sleeping. Serena says, I have watched Terminator, all of them. I'll be back, LOL. Yeah, well, we're going to be watching one of the modern ones because I wanted to have a movie from this century during the movie night. See if that makes a difference.
Please.
Because you're the better shot, Arthur. And Serena says, hi, the Texas dog. The dog from Texas. Well, you know we love dogs on this channel, Texas dog. You can kind of see her. She's asleep.
There you are, you bastard. Sadie.
Serena, did you know Sadie got one of her first hate comment on one of these live streams, an early one. It's very sad. I was glad she couldn't read. Metro says, I heard Terminator Salvation isn't really that good. It's a mess, Metro. And we will get into it tomorrow night. Serena says, yes, only sleeping, like Antonio will say, LOL. Yeah. I mean, it's a mess, but if you like Terminators, there's something in the, there's something for everyone in this movie. And it's worth watching. Certainly not my favorite movie, but we can use it to talk about some of my favorite movies. Terminator 1 and 2, of course, and Arnold.
That's quite a cough.
The Texas Dog says, do you have any recommendations for these story games, single-player games? Ghost of Tsushima and Witcher 3 immediately come to mind. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Those are my 3 favorite non-Arthur games. Resident Evil 2 and 3 are not really... they got a little bit of story, but it's mostly a shooter and a problem-solving game. But I love those games. Metro says, bro, people on the internet can be so rude for no reason. Yeah, I was very sad for Sadie. I mean, that was like worse than a hate comment to me. It's like, how can you be mean to a dog? Poor Arthur's too weak. He's at the end of the line. But that isn't the first person Abigail has killed. I suspect. The Texas Dog says, I have...
Both of you.
I beat all of those, but not The Witcher 3. Okay, yeah, then I highly recommend The Witcher 3. I love The Witcher 3. Very immersive, wonderful story. Better crafting than this game. Worse horses. But The Witcher 3 is an incredible game. Serena says, what really that is crazy. Why would they do that about Sadie? People are cruel. Yeah, it was sad, but I blocked him.
What happened to John? Where's
But
John?
I was really happy Sadie didn't see the comment and that she couldn't read. The Texas says, sure, give it a try. Yeah, I mean, you can find them on sale. You can find used copies. But The Witcher 3 is far better than anything that has been released this year.
No. I'm really sorry.
No.
Abigail.
Odog says, LOL, yeah, you can't do a bad playthrough. I don't know which game you're Are you talking about this one, a Bad Honor playthrough? It's just, I can't do it. It's just not in my nature. Metro says, have you ever played Elden Ring? I have not. Do you recommend it? Is it third person? I hate first person. I love third person. I'm going to look up Elden Ring, right? Well, no, we're going to watch this because it's very sentimental.
Come on, get out of here.
Arthur, what
Where he says goodbye.
I gotta go have a little chat.
Abigail and Sadie, you can arguably are his favorite women in camp. He's had a relationship with Abigail. He might have had a relationship with Mrs. Adler. That's going to be an awkward horse ride if they did.
Best, you go get that boy. There'll be time for sorrow.
Serena says, who was the person who said that about Sadie? Did you report and block? I blocked, I did not report. I know you like to report.
Who's that?
There's a chest in them caves. In the back.
Elden Ring
Hidden under a wagon.
is a ring of Eldens.
Chest. It's all our money.
Elden Ring is a 2022 action role-playing game developed by From Software. Never heard of them. It was directed by Hidetaka Miyazaki, with world building provided by fantasy writer George R.R. Martin. I like the I'm looking at screenshots. Looks interesting. 2022 though. I'll watch some playthroughs. The Texas Dog says the Elden Ring is so hard, LOL. And Metro Ed says I haven't either. Bad Honor playthroughs? Yeah. And I put the whole song in here because why not? We're already over 2 hours. I love the symmetry of starting and ending the game on the same horse. And we saved Mahogany Bay, Tennessee Walker for this. Miko says, Arthur's last ride. A lot of people cried during this cutscene, including me. Yeah, this game breaks your heart, takes a lot out of you. I mean, you've spent at least 60, perhaps 100 hours with this character. I do think he's the greatest character in video game history. He's certainly my favorite. I loved him and this game so much I started this channel. And I never get tired of playing. I never get tired of playing this game. Every game I play, including The Witcher 3, at some point, I just want to go back to this game. Metro Edit says, this isn't technically a cutscene, but I'm so glad you put it in. Yeah, I mean, the cutscene before is so emotional, and to me, this is the payoff. Also, we have both versions of the ending. Saving John and going for the money.
Maybe it's a sign, Arthur. Try to do the good thing.
Yeah, but I love starting and ending the game on the same horse. Even though I will never, ever, ever do this again. I'm perfectly content with staying in chapter 2 or 3. The camp is now completely broken.
Get them bags packed up quick, Miss Grimshaw.
Here's dumb Micah.
All of you.
Technically, they're moving on, but they're going. If Arthur had somehow stayed, they would have ended up at that, up in the Grizzlies. The Texas Dog says, I spent 500 plus hours playing on the PS4 only to watch Arthur pass at 3 a.m. I had school at 6 a.m. Rockstar knows how to make a game. They sure do.
Not that you too much about
I'm
that.
sure that must have been an incredible day at school for you. Bone tired and thinking about Arthur. Metro says, personally, my favorite ending is go back for the money. High honor, though.
Goddamn lie.
Odog says, you've got to. For the channel. Serena says, the song was amazing. Perfect for this bit. Was sad.
No, it damn well doesn't.
Dutch. Think.
Dutch?
Yeah, it might happen. Maybe we could do a speed run, Odog.
Dutch!
John?
Let's finish Red Dead 1 first.
Left me to die. My boy. I didn't have a choice. John, I didn't have a choice. Left me.
All of you?
Serena says, yes, Miko, I did the video where Arthur went for the money too. Yeah, we have both of those in this video. Probably why this thing is so long.
Quiet, Mr. Bell, and put down your gun.
There's Pinkertons coming fast.
Now! Who amongst you is with me?
That's it for Miss Grimshaw.
And who is betraying me?
Well, Javier.
Think for yourself. He's lying. He's lying.
Put your guns down! God damn it! Move!
You ready, John?
I do love the volcanic. Very accurate for a handgun. The Texas dog says, Javier doesn't have his gun pointed at Arthur. He has it up. Well, he was showing Arthur the gun.
Abigail's safe. So's Jack.
He was giving him a chance to give up.
Copperhead Landing.
They're at Copperhead Landing. Odog says, Dutch, always full of himself. Mr. Maddie says, am I late? Well, you're technically on time if you want to watch both endings of Chapter 6. And you're technically on time if you want to see Arthur say goodbye to his horse. Mr. Maddie, greetings. Appreciate you being here, friend. Happy Friday. Serena says, yes, I noticed that, the Texas dog, that Javier didn't point his gun.
Yes, you are.
Maybe Javier was cleaning it and practicing good gunmanship. Mr. Maddie with a thumbs up. Appreciate it, friend. Yeah, this scene breaks my heart. Even now. I mean, I'm putting a brave face and I'm smiling, but it's so hard to watch.
Come on, Arthur. Yeah, let's go.
Well, what about the money?
Mr. Maddie says happy Friday, and Metro Edit says a crying emoticon. Yeah.
I head down there, I'm dead in
This
5
game
minutes.
breaks your
I
heart.
got a family. That's more important.
Maybe you're right, but
you want the money?
John fully invested and acknowledging that he has a family.
I'm coming with you. I'm gonna get you out of this bullshit. If it's the last goddamn
Here's the
thing
coming
I
with
do.
you, but I also did the other one. Mr. Maddie says, rest in peace. Mahogany Bay, Tennessee Walker. Yeah. That's a good horse. But, you know, I just keep him in the stable for most of the game and bring him out for this for this scene.
I think I've pushed all I can.
Miko says, I guess John didn't have a feeling of attachment for old boy, even if he had him for as long. Well, John was focused on getting back to Abigail and Jack, putting family first.
I'll hold them off.
As you should. Serena says, hi, Mr. Maddie.
It would mean a lot to me. Please. Arthur, go to your family. Arthur, get the hell out of here and be a goddamn man. You're my brother.
Technically, going back for the money is slightly more difficult because you have to fight through more Pinkertons. But they both, you know, it's like you shoot out with the Pinkertons, and then you either fight Micah up here or you fight Micah down at the front of Beaver Hollow. Mr. Matty says, when I first got this cutscene, I had to say goodbye to my white Arabian. That's hard. And on my second playthrough, had to do it again. Third playthrough, I had to say goodbye to the silver Dapple Pinto. Oh, Biscuit. I couldn't bear to see that. Serena says, I was crying this bit too. Mr. Matty says, hello, at Star Hearts. Hello. Hello, Serena. And I put this full fight in because it's emotionally satisfying. It's a long time coming. Arthur does his best. And he almost, even at his weakest, Arthur almost gets him. Metro says, I'm going to leave after this ending. Well, appreciate you being here, Metro. The Texas dog said, on my second playthrough, I somehow killed Micah, and it said, mission failed, you killed Micah. Maybe if you had like a dynamite or something, or you glitched it, but yeah, you glitch it. Serena says, oh, okay, weren't John and Javier friends? It's still confusing in Red Dead 1. John tries to kill Javier. You can kill him in Red Dead 1, but you're supposed to, hog tie him. And give him to the Pinkertons, who probably kill him. And all Arthur wanted to do was put distance between John and Abigail and Micah and Dutch. Keep them focused on him and give John a chance to get away with his family, essentially giving up what's left of his life. Metro says Star Hearts because he was forced by the government. Yeah, Metro, we're doing a Red Dead 1 playthrough. Part 2 will be on Monday. And then we shall just... These live streams will be Red Dead 1 related. The Red Dead 1 playthrough. Until, except for Saturdays where we will do movie night. Serena says, yes, I know, Metro. I'm just actually playing Red Dead 1. Last time I played Red Dead 1 was on my PS3. Oh, Black Lung.
You ain't. You lost.
The irony is, Arthur does reach that gun.
You lost.
Metro says, same. Yeah, I'm glad it was released on PS4, and I am getting my money's worth. It is fun, Red Dead 1. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the playthrough. I just don't enjoy it as much as this game. I like to think of it as Red Dead Light. See, he did make it to the gun. Mr. Matty says, favorite gang member hat? I would have to say Micah's hat. I love the Big Valley hat.
He's right. You know it, and I know it.
He's sick.
I also like Hosea's hat.
He's talking crazy.
I gave you all I had. I did.
Dutch is at a loss for words for once.
Dutch.
And he just turns and abandons
Let's go,
him.
buddy.
Serena says, this was hard at first fighting Micah after playing so many times I'm used to it.
Come on.
Sean made it. He's the only one. The rest of us. I tried. In the end, I did.
Come on. Let's go. We can make it. Come on, Dutch. Come on!
Metro says, how far we've come. I remember first joining during Chapter 2 cutscenes to me making your outfit for my playthrough. You're one of the greatest of all time. I appreciate you saying that, friend. I really do, honestly. I love this game, and I try to have that passion and love for this game come through in, my videos. I love this game so much I started this channel. Arthur finally sees his last sunrise. More of that golden light. Serena says, I'm not sure if it's a gang member's hat. For me, it's the Paragon hat. I also like Micah's hat. And we see the Good Honor buck. Odog, if I did a Bad Honor playthrough, it would be an abbreviated speed run. I mean, well, would I? No, you have to be Bad Honor during free roam. That's the only way. I mean, there's some missions where you're allowed to choose not to help, but the Bad Honor comes during free roam. Metro says, I can't. He's crying. And Metro says, he wanted to be faced to the west. Yes, he did. And as a bonus, we shall now run for the money. Serena says, at first I thought Dutch was going to kill Arthur here, but he doesn't. Same difference. We got a fight scene, except, Micah stabs us. Odog says, don't free roam much. That's the only way to get your honor down to 0% is during free roam. But that would kind of be fun. Serena says, that Micah got into Dutch's head. He sure did, Serena. Odog said, rush it. I'm thinking about it, Odog, but we shall revisit it after Red Dead 1. You are turning into the business manager for the channel. Metro says, goodbye, friends, and have a good night. You too, Metro. Appreciate you being here. You have a good weekend. The Texas Dog says, did Dutch really start losing his mind after that concussion on the trolley in Saint Denis? That's when he started really going downhill, but he was talking about, I think it started in Blackwater when he killed that woman. I think it started when he started listening to Micah in Blackwater. Serena says, I love this game since it came out. Never got sick of it. Same, Antonio. Started my channel too. Yeah. Odog says, not true, but limit what you'll do. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. We'll revisit it after Red Dead 1, but I will definitely not be doing stranger missions. And we'll kind of speed run. The trolley job certainly exacerbated the situation and made him even more paranoid. But I think it started before the game even began. Serena says, that's what I thought too. The Texas dog thought he lost his mind. Yeah, also, it's a knife fight.
You got me pretty good.
If you go for the money.
Come on now. Let's end this!
Yeah, even if you got, like, even if you're doing a Bad Honor playthrough, it's, you know, the game is called Red Dead Redemption, not Red Dead Damnation. You know, you have to interact with Sister Calderon. You have to... You have these medium cutscenes where the devs don't know if you're playing good or bad. Serena says, goodbye, Metro. Have a great weekend. I'll try it. We'll see. Odog says, remember on Bad Honor, some mission opportunities are taken away from you. Also, don't be afraid to slay an animal here or there. Horses and dogs, LOL. No, I think I'll just, like, shoot up towns.
Inside, you're dead. Come on,
You know, it'd be fun. It'd make good videos. The kids do love their violence. Mr. Matty says, this game probably is the best ever I've played. No other game has come close to this. Even if I really liked it, probably my favorite piece of media ever. I would have to agree, Mr. Matty. The Texas dog says, Starhearts, when you see Dutch in the camp, after that, he's saying random things like, blue plus blue equals blue, chess, chess, chess. You really have to listen to it, but he mumbles and talks gibberish. Arthur either dies at the top of the mountain or at the bottom of Beaver Hollow. And he does not note. He dies with the sunset, but he doesn't see it. He just sees it coming over the valley or the mountains. But he does still get the good honor buck. But yeah, I'm thinking we do need to see that Bad Honor coyote. We could do all through chapter 6 and not do story mode. I mean, not do epilogues, O-Dog. Serena says, yes, I remember Dutch saying those words, the Texas dog. I actually felt a bit sad for Dutch. O-Dog says, Serena, want to try one before meds kick off? He wants to know, Serena, if you want to go online. Make a video if you do. Mr. Matty said, the Bad Honor version of this ending was the second ending I got, funnily enough. And this was the third. Okay, well, we can do it. I appreciate you friends being here. We have finished with chapter 6. We have the epilogues, which we will do on Sunday. Movie night tomorrow night. And then we shall return to the Red Dead 1 playthrough with part 2, which is fooling around with Bonnie and working on missions for the Marshal. We finally got our lasso, I believe. At any rate, I appreciate you being here, and hopefully I will see you tomorrow for Terminator Salvation, 7 p.m. PST. Shout out to the mods, O-Dog, Serena. Always happy to see you, friends. I realize that your free time is very valuable to you, perhaps your most valuable asset, and I am, as always, honored and humbled that you would spend some of that free time with me and